Okay, perfect. And Twitch give me a panic attack. It does this thing every now and then where it's like error, can't connect to the streaming service. And you really
Oh,
just gotta hook it back up to your IP address is what it boils down to. But it's so annoying that it happens every now. But it happens rare enough that every time it happens, I'm like, okay, how do I fix this again? We can go ahead and it should be live right now. Recap theme on. I'll do a roll call and then we'll do the intro slash you know the drill.
sounds good.
Let's go ahead and get that going. Average,
Yep.
Bizian,
Hi, hi.
Cake,
Yep.
Cloudy,
I'm here.
Sakura.
Present.
All right, see you guys in 30 seconds. All right, excellent. Who did we have the recap today? I forget who it was. I know there's like talks of it in the chat. Oh, it was Judith. Oh God, why did you sound like Morgan? The backup character. Yeah, take us whenever you're ready. Take us there.
I know that what that might do to, but I know what that may do to someone I care about. Mr. Tuttle, within these pages, you'll find the stories and the photos of the second destruction of Icarus. The sudden attack sent shockwaves through the city, and I'm sure throughout the whole land. A metal god was let loose, and now many people are dead, and the city is in ruins. After doing some digging, we found out that Phoenix was the one being held captive for the attack. The authorities say that she was responsible. At first, I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. I stayed up at night just to read all I could about the legal system here and to learn more about the prison she's in called the Downpour. It wasn't looking good, but I knew with a proper defense, I could help prove her innocence. At least help in any way I could. That was until we were sent a letter. The letter was a confession. Phoenix confessed her part in the attack. She claims she was tricked by this entity, and they only proved. She claims that she was tricked by this entity, and they only proved to be evil after she released them from Clamdor's prison. It was a fairly damning letter, to be honest. And now, do I believe it was actually from her? It matched her handwriting. Other than that, I'm not sure. Maybe she was forced to write something. It was given to us by a woman named Aria. She's been tasked with joining our group for now, I'm assuming as a spy/babysitter, but time will tell. If there's any information we have on her that might be useful, but I'll learn as much as I can while she's here. In regards to the fate of Phoenix, we're told that she has been sent out with a team called the Vanguard to track down and kill a, quote, peacekeeper. I hope she survives, but I'm afraid that the government is using her manipulation by the metal god to control her in being more of their lapdog. Soon I may have enough strength in my magic to know how to reach her, but it'll take some time. In other news, the school has sent us away from Icarus, and for obvious reasons, and now we're on some sort of floating fortress. The photos attached. What lies next for the rest of the team is highly dangerous. They're going Malther hunting. I'll report back as soon as I can. Take care. Oh, and JP Morgan is alive and well. I believe he's using his connections with the government, as well as the connections with owning Divination Daily to control the people. To what extent, I'm not sure, but I know I'm not done with him yet. Judith. And she folds up a few different papers and puts them onto the candle, and the candle flame starts to slowly and then quickly ignite, and the letter is sent to her editor, Mr. Twelve.
All right, thank you for that. 1d2 plus 1.
Okay.
And Aria has already cracked this case. It's JP Morgan all along.
Pom who? It's Morgan.
Yeah, it's capitalism is what it is.
What was it again here? It's R.
/R space 1d2. And it's
Okay.
plus 1.
3. I already have 3. So
What
can
the?
I just
Jesus.
can I send them out to three people?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Thora.
I am full.
Lewis. Okay, I'm gonna go to Lewis.
Maxed out.
This is
Yeah.
what happens when we don't fight for a while.
Bring it my way.
Am-
Come here. Come here.
Amber, how many do you have?
I think 1.
Okay, I'll give you 2, and I'll give Aria 1. If that's okay.
Woohoo!
Man,
Yeah,
we're topped
I'm
off.
gonna have to get my punching bag.
Hey.
Well, they'll all be gone by the end of the night. Just watch.
There we go. There we
Quite
go.
possibly.
I hope so. All right, thank you all for joining me again. We find ourselves on Mother. It sounds weird when you say it like that, but we find ourselves on the station of Mother, which is the multi-operational terminal hovercraft Eternal Relic. Quite a long name, but if you know Clamdor, or met Clamdor so far, then you understand why he named it that. If you have any questions, you can ask your mom about it. In any case, let's go there. And above board, Average, this is your first time on the mothership. Hopefully Emerald has some fun.
Yeah, I was here the whole time, guys.
Should I just change it to daytime? You guys want to pick up the next morning, or is there something you guys want to do at night together, talking about the challenges of tomorrow?
Actually, Sora will try something if everyone's down for it. Go for it. And towards the middle of the night, at least for Sora, she is a very restless individual, considering the circumstances. Eventually, once she makes sure Aethon's egg is all safe and in its own bed, she'll slip out of the bed, and go over to Judith to see if she's still awake. I'm gonna sneak on over there. Oh.
She's not.
Ah! My toe! Sorry,
She's still
Judith.
asleep. She's a hard sleeper.
Oh.
You catch Adia's attention though, because she wasn't sleeping. She's just reading her book. You okay over there?
Probably shouldn't bother her. I've seen her be waken up by Amrut before, and it was not pretty.
I do have to say, she's the first elf I've seen actually prefer sleeping.
She's the first elf I've ever met. I didn't even know what they didn't like to sleep.
She just smiles at you. Were you in need of something?
I've always trusted the winds to guide me to the path I'm always going, but for once I'm hoping the wind can help me deliver a message to a friend. So I was trying to find some paper and a candle to make a lantern.
I'm sure there's got to be some of that around here not far.
Yeah, I should look for some paper. If you can find a candle, I'd appreciate it.
I can give you some light if you like.
No, it's a floating lantern. The flames, they create this heat that makes the paper float.
Oh, okay. She will get out of bed and see if she can go find a candle.
So we're just gonna try and find a source of paper.
Oh, hello, Cornelia. Would you happen to know where I could find a candle?
She smiles. Yes.
Would you mind telling me, please?
Oh, yes. She walks over here and she points next to the physician, who seems to be working late right now. Who's to the
Thank you
left.
very much, sweetie.
Will I be sleeping in your room or do I have to go to my room?
I do not believe that is my decision to make. Where would you be most comfortable at, dear?
In you guys' room.
Okay, unless you have orders otherwise. I mean, there's plenty of empty pods.
I was told not to sleep in your room, but it's your room. I guess you get to decide.
By who, my dear?
Oh, one, the feisty one. Red hair.
Judith told you not to sleep in there?
Minerva, the engineer.
Oh, my dear, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
It's okay. She says that I'm dangerous, but I don't think I'm dangerous.
Why would she say such a thing about you, my dear?
Since you're on Mother, I suppose it's okay to tell you that I'm actually about the size of a gold coin made of liquid, and I came from the space, as people call it. And that my kind's only purpose was to slither into your brains and become you. Which is nothing too serious, but they always blow it out of proportion.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you come up with your current appearance? Was that a body you slithered into and took over?
She grabs her cheek and pulls it an uncomfortable distance, and you can see that there's a little bit of metal under it. You get an idea. Clamdo probably constructed this body so that she wouldn't take anybody else's body. But it looks oddly natural. Maybe you're wondering if it's a mix of natural and machine.
My dear, I am a strong believer in that we are what we choose to be. If you wish to be dangerous, by all means you could be, but if you wish to be our friend, you could be that as well.
So I can sleep in the room?
I'm not going to tell you no.
Excellent. Let me go ahead and get my fork.
In her mind, Aria is not sleeping tonight. She will go get a candle from the physician.
Physician sitting there jotting down notes, and he looks to Aria. Ah, Aria, the academy sent you over. Do you have any questions about the affairs of what occurred in the city or your new students? Of course, you're not officially their teacher, but you might as well be.
Oh no, I wouldn't dare take that title from Lewis. If you don't mind, I'm on the search for a candle for Miss Sora.
He grabs one on his table and hands it to you. I could see perfectly fine in the dark with my infrared vision.
Thank you very much. I was going to offer my light, but she said there's something special about the flame. I'm quite intrigued, honestly.
Well, good luck. You seem to have found yourself quite the crew, despite all the things that occurred. Flamdor truly believes in them.
I believe our mettle is to be tested tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
He nods.
Thank you kindly.
A good night to you, Miss Aria.
I'm going to give Cloudy a moment to play anything with Sora before she comes back down.
Sure. Yeah, so while you're getting that, Sora and Lewis, what are you guys doing?
Initially, so once Sora has kind of assembled this lantern, she comes outside and sees Lewis by himself, so she'll come over and sit on the edge there, her feet kind of kicking over the edge, and eventually she's just kind of quiet at first before she starts talking. Thank you for keeping her safe, Lewis. I know you did everything you could.
Just doing my job.
With what time you have left, you think, Lewis? What do you think you'd want to do, if anything? If any possibility was in your grasp, which would it be?
Kind of just continues to stare down at the city for a moment before eventually just like tilting his head up and looking upwards at the night sky, uncovered by clouds like it normally would be due to the high altitude. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe exactly what I'm doing now. Just trying to help people.
I think with everything you've been through, and with how that friend of yours inside tries to connect with you in a sense, I think you should allow yourself to be happy. I spoke to that woman before we went onto the boat. She was very open with how you two used to, you know.
Yeah, I
What?
expected as much.
What is stopping you from accepting your emotions together?
He's just quiet for a moment. He deserves better. Simple as that.
Oh, that's a tall ask. I don't know many men greater than you, Lewis.
There's definitely a lot more well put together, at least.
Who we choose is not up to whether their worth is great or less than us or than our own. It looks like she chooses you. Do you think you would choose her?
In a heartbeat. But I won't allow myself to hurt her any more than I already have.
Don't you think you hurt her now and yourself? I think you should allow yourself to have this time. If you allow the fears to cloud your future, you don't know where you will go. Find your light, Lewis, and I believe she is waiting for you always. I haven't even kissed a boy, Lewis, and she looks at you like you are hotcakes.
She's always been a lot more honest than I have.
You are telling me. It is up to you. I do not want to force you to do anything you do not want to do, but with how fast things change, how quick things are to end, would it be so terrible that The time you had left, you spent it with someone you love.
He just continues looking outward for a brief moment and just allows his body to relax on the railing. And almost in the instance that his arm touches the railing, a variety of images just flash through his mind, through his eye that doesn't exist anymore. And he just like winces slightly before just very lightly shaking his head. Maybe one of these days.
Zora will just pat you on the shoulder.
That's when Lydia comes in. I found one.
Oh, thank you, Arya.
You are very welcome. If you don't mind, I'd love to see what you're going to do with it.
Okay. She'll take the candle and then on the back of it, she will write a sentence. You may get far from me, but I know the winds will guide us together again. Zora. And she looks to Lewis and offers the ink, the inkwell and the feather to write if he wants to on it.
He doesn't accept it.
She would find a way to light this candle and place it on this little tin at the very base of it, where she turns it into this floating lantern, the similar one she did when she first thought Amrut was gone. And she will gently raise it up and push it out and just close her eyes. May the winds guide us together again. I love you, Phoenix. Come back to me, okay? And she just lets it kind of just float outwards wherever the wind will take it.
Player is over here crying.
Oh.
That was really sweet, Sora. Do you guys happen to have any experience with the young Cornelia?
She taught us a class recently as she's kind of watching the lantern float away.
She helped me locate that candle, but she wanted to sleep in our room with us. I didn't think nothing of it, but then she told me that Minerva told her she wasn't allowed to, and I'm just not quite sure what to make of that.
You would notice that Lewis just has like a shiver down his spine the moment that you say sleep in our room.
Zora will put a hand on Lewis's shoulder. I know that sounds very scary to you, Lewis, but I think her isolation has just made her very crave this very thing, to be close to people. If we had to deny her of it, it would alienate her and make her feel alone.
I told her that I do believe we get to kind of steer our own destinies, but I don't sleep much anyway, so I'll keep an eye on her if it's deemed necessary.
He just has like a nervous smile across his face, but he just slowly notices the tension in his shoulders and just drops up.
Sora will finally stand up after watching the lantern float away for a bit, and will look down to Lewis, putting a hand on his shoulder. One thing I want you to always know, Lewis, no matter what trials that come ahead, I love you. You have always been there for me, and been there for people I care for. I think you deserve a lot more than what you say you do. And I know if there's anyone who will find balance in the darkness in them, it'll be you. And she'll begin walking away.
He lightly places a hand on your hair and just slightly ruffles it. Get some rest stops.
As Sora walks away, Adiel stare out at this magnificent view, but speaking to Lewis, that student there seems to think you're marvelous.
Yeah. I'm just worried she's putting her trust in the wrong person.
Sometimes those closest to us can see us for what we really are when we can't see it ourselves. Not saying that's going on, just sometimes.
Maybe. Guess only time will tell, right?
I do suppose. The Academy believes in you an awful lot.
Never already let them down.
I don't know about that. After all, our big task is still ahead of us. You guys got some fighting to do tomorrow. I've heard you guys have already taken on the devil, so I figure I'm in for a pretty good show tomorrow.
You come along too, huh?
Wouldn't miss it. And there's definite sarcasm when she says, "Killing Mathers is my favorite thing to do."
Then you're gonna be in for one hell of a ride.
That's what I'm worried about, but nah. Well, if you're not gonna turn in, I am, 'cause I don't know, Cornelia's got me worried now.
Well, here's to hoping she doesn't mean anything malicious.
Honestly, she strikes me as kind of a fangirl.
I couldn't really say for sure. I've always tried to avoid her and all.
I guess time will tell.
So I know Judith is in the room sleeping unless she woke up, but what is Emerald up to?
Amrit he's in bed too, but he's not asleep. He's just laying on his back with like his hand over like where you would without like his clothes on, you would see like that where that big scar is, that big like nash or gash, I guess, on his chest. He's just like kind of like just staring up at the ceiling, like trying to go to sleep. He's also in the room with like the three like loudest women possible. But yeah.
Excuse you?
Well, Phoenix isn't here, so technically. Anyway, yeah.
Phoenix isn't loud. She reads quietly, dig it.
This is true. Just two.
Her personality's loud though.
Sorry, Greg. Loud?
Oh god. There's a knocking at the door here, Emerald. I don't know if you'd check it or Sora.
Oh, I am just checking on Athon. Could you get that en route?
Sure.
You're walking over to the door, Sora. You do notice that Athon's still has this green aura on it. As though Mother Nature's still mending this creature. You wonder, even though she's so powerful, how could she mend so many people in all that town? In the entire city, I mean, and your little pet. You wonder if she's neglecting her own healing.
Sora, while Amrut is going to the door, Sora will go ahead and grab the egg and put it into her lap and try and go into this meditative stance as she kind of just tries to feel this energy for herself.
When you get close to it and touch it, the portions of your room, particularly the air, you could feel a connection to it. So it's a breeze that's comforting. And it's almost like there's a melody or something whispering on the winds around Aether, how do you say it?
Aethon.
Aethon, okay. Yeah, it's almost like there's an energy around. It's all very positive, and it just feels natural, more like a rune than magic.
You are going to live a very interesting life, Aethon. You came to me as a surprise, but I will take this responsibility. Mother Nature herself smiles on you.
And while you say that, so I think Emma just discovered the badass opening door mechanic.
What the fuck?
That was cool, right?
I saw my cursor over. I was like, "Is that the?"
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So when you open the door, Cornelia just kind of beelines in. She doesn't like full on sprint, but she immediately moves to the door. Even before you fully open it, she's just kind of looking at you. Excuse me.
Oh, hey, oh, shit.
I was told I could sleep with you guys today.
Oh yeah, Cornelia. I'll move Aethon. You can have the one next to me.
Excellent. And if I get hungry in the middle of the night, what should I eat?
Well, not me, not Aethon. I'm not even sure what the kitchens are.
You don't know your way around this place?
Typically, I stay in Clamdor's facility. They rarely bring me up to Mother. But with Clamdor out of commission, they want to keep an eye on me.
Well, if you do get hungry in the night, just let me know and we'll go and find something together.
Okay. That sounds like a deal. So, right here next to you, right?
Boss.
If I kill you, if someone kills you, I'll protect you.
You are so funny, Cornelia.
Thank
Wouldn't
you.
that be too late? I'm going to sleep.
Aria enters the room. Oh, good, you made it, Cornelia. Did you bring your things of comfort from your room?
I brought a fork, and I brought a sharp knife, and I brought a plate, and I always like it when it's still running and red. Not well done.
I have to say that's interesting. I don't know many people who eat in their sleep, but cheers.
I do.
No, I eat people when they sleep.
You are hilarious, my dear.
Oh, yes, that was a joke. Of course.
Sora will then press the button on the bed that creates the dome.
Just slowly the dome.
Like, when you're next to someone in a car and they slowly turn their window up. Sora just gives her a smile, then press the button as it slowly obscures her face in that visor.
Yeah, so that's another thing, Emma, you missed, that these beds will reduce an additional exhaustion per long rest. They also have the egg-like dome. It can close and shutter to protect you, which is what Sora just did.
Gotcha. Emmett won't do that, but he'll sneak his knife under his pillow.
Okay, she looks at you without the dome, and does Aria put the dome up, or she's also going domeless?
Well, she's sitting up in the bed with her book. She's not going to go sleep right away.
Okay, and Judith, I know you're already asleep, but would you put your dome on, or you just chilling?
I don't know. I mean, it feels like I'd probably go domeless. I don't want to meta, so I'll go domeless. It feels like it's a safe situation.
That's true. That's very true. Because it could also be one of those instinct things. Like, I'm in my house, the front door's locked, but I still lock the bathroom when I go in there, It could be an
Yeah, but
instinct
it
thing.
might. If you've never slept in something like that before, it might feel too constricting.
That's
you know,
true. Yeah.
enclosed in.
Claustrophobic.
That's
No,
why
that's a good
mine's
point.
down.
That's a good point. All right. And Lewis, I noticed you haven't returned to the room. Are you doing something else out there before you retire?
For the most part, he's mostly just looking down at the city, thinking about how strange it is to be on to have the upper hand of sorts at the moment, and to be able to look down for once, before just slowly returning inside after about an hour of just being by himself.
Before you go inside, when you get about here, the physician walks out and collects you. He tells you, Lewis, from my understanding, you turned down the black vials that Clamdo used. They would have reversed your aging. Why is that?
He kind of just pauses at a step, curing the physician, kind of taking a second to register as the pain of his eye is still kind of like throbbing every now and again. Why, you ask?
You see, my primary task aboard this vessel, and outside of keeping you in physical capable shape, is to collect data. And I'm very curious. Based on the information I provided and the results on Clamdor himself, this could have put you back into your prime, if only for a temporary amount of time.
How do I put this? I guess I just didn't see the benefit is worth it with all the side effects that Clam kept showing. If he wants to do an insight, go ahead.
Sure.
It wouldn't be particularly hard to.
16.
Yeah, it's pretty easy enough to read. It seems mostly truthful, but it seems as if like he's withholding a little bit of information there.
He just tells you, concluded, thank you. He puts it on his data pad and walks away. A very straightforward individual.
Continues inside, not really thinking much of the encounter.
Is there anything else anyone else would like to do before I turn the lights back on?
Thea is keeping an eye on Cornelia.
How long were you doing that for?
Well, she only needs a 4-hour trance. She doesn't need to sleep. So I was kind of hoping Cornelia would fall asleep before she did. Kind of like a mom watching over a toddler.
So everyone goes to sleep except for Cornelia. She looks at you, and maybe it takes him an hour, maybe it takes him 2 hours. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Amrit refuses to go to sleep while she's awake, so maybe I should slow down. But in any case, she would wait till it seems like everyone's asleep, and then she would ask you some questions. He tells you, I could stay up all night, you know.
Do you not need sleep, my dear?
And the questions are over. She fell asleep.
Thea smiles, finishes the communications in her book, looks over at Cornelia one more time because she wonders if she's faking it.
Insight or perception. No, she straight up knocked out it right out. You know, like the little kid in the park's like, we're gonna be up all night, and then 9 o'clock they're like all knocked out.
Yeah. And then I guess probably around 2 in the morning or somewhere about there, she will start her trance.
Also, you'll hear right before you around that time, you'll just say, "Hey, is she out?"
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I was thinking, fuck. You still go to sleep for real.
All right. Well, there's good news. The night is uneventful. And then there's not really bad news. It's just like, and then it's tomorrow and we have to fight Malthus. So I guess it's bad news. But the lights are back on, and since Judah, you kind of are the first one down, do you want to be the first one up, and let's get you on some screen time?
Sure. It's just nothing crazy. She'll just Judith will wake up and see everyone. You know, some have domes closed, some don't. Cornelia is there, and she'll say, "Oh, that's kind of an awkward choice." Okay, she'll think to herself, and then she'll just kind of stay out here. And after she goes and gets ready and brushes her teeth, but without making, it's kind of a weird situation where it looks like people can see. So, yeah, you can't. No one can see through these things, right?
No. We can see them though, but you can just close the curtains and stuff.
Okay, great. Yeah, she goes and gets ready, does her morning stuff, and then takes a shower. And here we go outside and enjoys the beautiful morning.
The harpies kind of fly by because they don't really know anyone here. So when they see you get up first, they just kind of flock to you. They don't even talk to you, but they just look like they're happy to see you, and they just watch you as they perch themselves on the window.
Is like a balcony, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna. I think they like music, right? Don't harpies like music?
Typically.
So I'm gonna try to pull out an instrument. I'll try to pull out the second fiddle that was gifted to me a long time ago, and I'll like slowly. I'll start to try to play something that's like, you know, kind of cheerful, like morning, but not too like. Not overtly like loud and crazy like fiddles can go, but something like a nice chipper morning to them.
Sure, let's see a check. If you're proficient in the instrument, you can do that in your charisma.
I think I'm. I'm not proficient in fiddles. Is a lyre the same, or a lute, or a viol? A viol is the same thing as a fiddle, right?
A
violin.
That's the technically. Yeah, I'm like technically, but it's yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Like,
I mean, I can just roll a d20 and add the charisma if that's what. I'm not proficient in the fiddle.
I don't know if you can specifically pick up the fiddle, can you?
I don't think a fiddle is a specific
Yeah, I would just do it with the proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. And here she goes.
Oh, jeez. You didn't even need your proficiency bonus. Yeah, they freaking love you. And I want to give you inspiration, but everyone's max, so if I give you one, who are you going to give it to?
Oh, Sakura. She's down some. Araya.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
you have one.
Now you get two.
Woohoo! Beautiful playing. Brought a tear to my eye.
As soon as I see people coming out, like when Sora comes out, I stop the fiddling and I'm like, okay, well, see, that was good. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning or something like that, probably. He doesn't like playing in front of people.
Oh, that was just the coolest sound I heard from here. Were you all practicing?
Oh yeah, just kind of messing around with the fiddle that I can't remember his name. What was his name? He was not Terry. What
Who you talking about?
What was the Air Genassi's name that from
Oh, Gail.
Gale. Oh yeah, Gale. Gale's fiddle. Yeah, this one's just the fiddle that Gale let me borrow for a little bit. No big deal.
I mean, I've only seen a couple of performances being here on the mainland, but I think Bloom and the Harpies would be a great band.
Not really a music performing individual. I just kind of got lucky today. Something feels right. Today feels good, you know, like a fresh start.
And she puts her fist in her palm. Yes, we'll get to punch some mouths today.
Cornelia, good morning. I see you joined us. Are you sleeping with us now?
Yes, I was planning on. No. Yes, I'm sleeping with you now.
You're planning on what, like doing something different, or?
No, I was getting hungry, so it's time for breakfast.
Oh, then
Yeah,
let's go find some food.
I'm sure there's food around here somewhere.
Oh, there's plenty of food.
Can I insight her in these tones?
Sure, you see the heartbeats just uncomfortably fly away from her. She's got that very strange mentality and presence. Oh yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that it turns not enough to know something's off, but you wouldn't like suspect fully.
Yeah, I still think that she's a little,
Of course.
creepy. Okay, come on, Cornelia, let's go.
She would follow you around, really close, like only a few inches away from you. For some, like someone's shouting you, and it's really horrible.
Yeah, I would like before I go through the door, I'd stop and see if she bumps into me.
She would.
Oh, excuse me, Cornelia. Here, you go in front of me. I'm a clumsy walker.
Okay, you have really nice hair.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
She is so funny.
Where's the food stuff?
When you guys would get over here, you would see that Minerva's just got straight up sandwiches made for you in water bottles or water in containers, I suppose. They probably don't have plastic yet. Hey, we're on a spaceship. They have plastic. You know what? Maybe you've never seen a water bottle before, but they've got them.
Adia was looking for Minerva, trying to find her before everybody else caught up.
Oh, before you guys all get there. Okay, so before you guys walk in, yeah, you would be with her.
I did see her on the map.
Oh, is she not visible here? That's interesting.
Oh, we have a wall. I didn't realize she was in there.
Oh, there
I
is
was gonna go in there, but then I thought that might be entering somebody's room. Okay. Is that a door? Like, I thought that was a door where I'm
Well, it's kind of
standing.
like an office screen, but yeah, it's block. It's supposed to be a block.
Gotcha. Minerva, dear, are you in there?
Yes.
May I bother you for a minute?
I mean, sure.
I just want to make sure I am not mistaken. So we are going to be dropped off through this contraption thing over here to find a mouther of our choice, and then you're supposed to come pick us up?
That's how it's supposed to work. Now, best laid plans.
Yes, that's what I'm just trying to make sure we have more avenues. Would you mind, dear? And she pulls out her book and flips open to her page that is, which one is it? Far Scribe. And there's 2 names in there already, but she has room for a third. Would you mind signing your name on my page here? That way I can communicate with you if something goes awry and we don't end up where we were supposed to rendezvous.
Sure. She writes it down.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
In any case, as for the Mouthers, there's a bunch of them. We don't know which ones we'll be able to detect. They're all loosely tracked, but it'll be ultimately random what we find. You'll have a selection from those that appear today, that is, at least. It'll still be a fair bit amount, but they're not all readily available.
All right, well, I'm not going to make that decision. The rest of the party is. I'm just along for the ride.
Excellent. Well, whenever your students are ready, I've got some breakfast here and some good old water, because everyone should stay hydrated.
Fantastic. I will help myself if you don't mind. She will get a light breakfast and some water.
It seems to be peanut butter with sliced bananas on bread and a little bit of sugar.
Okay, it's Minerva.
Good morning, Judith.
Morning, good morning.
Are you competing with me for best red hair?
Oh, I couldn't tell your hair was red. It looked more like a beautiful burgundy.
Somewhere in between there. It depends on my temperature, I suppose.
Oh, your hair changes.
It nods to. Just a little bit.
Is that a thing with Lewis's hair? Does it change? It just stays stark gray all the time. Is that like a fire rune thing?
That's just old age. As for me,
You're
no, not the case.
Are you not as old as him?
Sure,
Is
but
he robbing the cradle, as they say?
we're different species. So,
Yeah.
of course, I mean, when you're as old as him, you'll still look as young as you do now.
What species are you? Don't mind me asking.
Well, I'm a fire runeborn, I suppose, is what I'd be classified. But I just like runeborn. They like to slot us into our individual preference.
Oh, that is actually really incredible.
Yeah.
Makes sense with the hair.
And
You mentioned something about knowing, like we'd be able to know what Mouthers we were going, the intel.
yes, we'll be able to randomly send out a pulse of energy. Think of it like a spell, like detect magic, and then it will pick up the nearest Mouthers. Some of them might be the same as yesterday, others can be different as tomorrow. Whoever's the closest in the vicinity. You'll have several options. It'll always pick up a few, but it won't pick up all of them at once.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
And once you guys are done eating breakfast, I can send that pulse out and we can get ready.
Let's do it.
Once Sora has procured some of the sandwiches, realizing there's bananas in some of them, she's gonna come out here and give Cornelia some of them. Yeah, Cornelia, I'm not one for the bananas. I hope you like them.
She looks at you, she takes the bananas, she smushes them into a ball and puts them into her pocket. And then she just licks the peanut butter off the bread and puts the bread into her pockets.
Saving them for later. That is very smart, Cornelia.
I've got plans for these baked bread.
Well, you must tell me what you've accomplished when I've returned.
Okay.
We shall be back long. I'm going to punch some Mouthers in the face.
You tell them Cornelia Cooper sent you.
I will do so, Cornelia. And she'll offer a hug.
She sees you going in for a hug and she just looks strange. She just stares at you.
Okay, we'll work on that. I'll be back soon.
And I saw you in the bathroom for a while, Amrit. Don't tell me you got the runs.
No, essentially, well, let's do this first. Everyone will see, everyone's paying attention. Amber will return with like his new duds. You know, it look like he's been like heavy, like cleaning it from like the previous battle, just to make it look like it's almost as fancy as it was when he first bought it. It was like a little nick on like the hat that he got as well, which you might see him every now and then like kind of pinch because he's kind of upset about it. But yeah, he'll walk by and he'll just whisper in the Judas ear, "Hey, I kind of drank that black vial, so I'm gonna need you to document anything that happens to me in the next few hours."
Oh. Okay. Is that why you dressed up so nice?
No, I just you got me this. I just wanted to. Doesn't matter. Just yeah.
And what black vial? Remind me again.
The one that Clamdor had.
Oh.
When he,
You just Judith whispers. You just drank that without fully testing it.
that doesn't matter right now. It's anytime. If we're gonna test it, this is gonna be the way now. I guess. Fuck it.
Okay. You see Judith takes a photo of Amrut. All right, looking good.
Flash. Just write down whatever, if anything. Like if I turn like it's like a, I don't know, a teenager or something. Just write it down.
Yeah, of course.
Above
trying
board.
to see if you actually.
What level Mouther do we want to take with a possible preteen Amrit in our
We
midst?
don't know that. We don't know if that will
I
happen.
know, that's why I said above game.
I think we can go to tier 3 now. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh God.
I love this.
As far as what actually happened though in the bathroom, so we'll just say like this as if it was currently happening. Amrit goes to the bathroom, and at first he's just cleaning off the dust, the blood, the dirt from his coat and his various wares that he has now. He kind of just hangs them against the tub as he's also going to shave for the first time. He's actually clean shaven when you see him again. He doesn't actually have a razor, or of course no one has like shaving cream. He just puts like water, takes out the cobalt dagger, which shocks him every now and then, just like just kind of irritates him. But then you get like a little nick, and he'll just see like the blood like trickle down his fingers and into the sink. And we'll see a flash, another flash of blood, maybe his, maybe not. He sees himself, but he knows it's the anger. He sees the hatred. He sees that it's Terma in their fight. He sees like the blade enter his chest. He sees himself laying in bed and then finding another one from the person that he probably cares about the most, and just sees these memories after memories going even farther back to his past. Just blood everywhere. Just his heart starts to pound to the point that you can feel it almost like pounding in your brain, like behind your ear, faster and faster. Then he'll even see almost like the wound is like a black ichor coming out of it. And it gets more and more overwhelming. And then he'll just reach for anything. He'll reach for healing potions. He has none. Graders, he has none. He hasn't made any more. And then he'll find that black residue in that vial that he hasn't had the time to study in pretty much any sense. Just fuck it, and he'll down it. And then everyone sees him again. A little sweaty in the face, but he's cleaned up pretty nicely.
What it tastes like?
It tastes like a thick oatmeal with no sugar, nothing, like just the plain old iron cut oats. And it was really thick.
Oh, we're fucked, guys.
It was like he was drinking a slug. But I do have some news for you. Put this into perspective for how you're feeling. You are the Spider-Man dance right now. He's in the city, busting moves. He took his glasses off.
Oh no! No.
Yeah.
No, what?
When he's like pointing at like the ladies on the sidewalk.
Oh God. Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man dance, yes.
Do we just kind of find ourselves in this moment staring at Amrut in this weird, rather joyous moment of his?
Guys, what are we doing? Come on, let's go.
Why are you shaking your hips?
I don't know, I'm just lively. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe the big hat was a bad choice.
Hey, this can do like the Michael Jackson kick and spin, splits back up.
Okay.
Whoa, someone is very motivated today.
Judith just takes notes of all this crazy behavior.
He like lowers the hat down like to his face and does a moonwalk.
Raises an eyebrow. All right, settle down, Mr. Limba. Just like lightly pats Emerald on the shoulder. Still got some work to do.
Yeah, sorry,
must-
celebrating too soon.
You must really enjoy taking on Malthus.
Yeah, it's in my blood. Yeah. Let's go.
That was scary. I had hit
Cornelia
into.
around the corner. Rhea does a little wave where like your fingers wave. See you later, my dear.
She looks at her hand while she waves at you, but she's really waving at herself, so it looks like she's doing the John Cena.
That was odd. As he's just like grabbing food from Nerfa.
Never touching. You better not die, old man.
Don't worry. I've lived this long, haven't I?
Yeah, and I will say you look good for your age.
And doing what I can.
Have you been using some cream or something? Less wrinkles in the face.
Gift from one of my students. It's been doing surprisingly well. Didn't expect it to do as well as it does, honestly.
Also been an expensive bottle, but we do live in a magical world. Okay, I'm going to press this orb-looking thing. It's called a button. And then out there, stuff is going to happen. Let your students know not to flip out. Eventually, a series of creatures are going to pop up. They are not to scale. They're going to encompass the entire orbs they're on, but you can go and see one in the field, and it can be as big as a building or as small as an ant. So just consider that when you're deciding on who you're going to challenge. Then the physician is going to go out there and give you the brief, if you want it, about the creatures that are presented today.
Understood.
Any questions, Louis?
Not that I can think of. We'll take it as we go. Same as we always have.
Oh, yeah.
Try not to work yourself too hard, alright?
Oh, never that. And she gets back to work and she starts the orb, and she's trying to get all kinds of weird ways, like it's a Rubik's cube, and eventually in the room you could see this orange chaotic spark and these shimmering images of horrifying creatures begin to appear as they are randomly generated. Can you guys, someone give me we want to do 3 monsters, 6 monsters, 66. No, wait, no.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Lewis.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 60, 17.
60, 17. Okay.
Any same numbers would just be one less Mouther.
Got it.
You're the teacher. Our fate resides in you.
Is this like a structure and then there's like a hole underneath it?
Oh, so you weren't here. So there's a massive kind of drop in here. This is like your standard
Like a pit.
yeah, like you see iRobot, they had like that massive drop in that room. Yeah, you're in a super advanced place, and what this does, this facility, is it sends out these pulses to pick up now their auras, and then it gets you really close to the location by providing you a portal to them. So yeah, all of these little orange burning beads here is a different and unique Mouther. So have fun.
Gotcha.
8.
Oh, real quick though.
Good.
You'll see Amrit like run up, and then he'll like do like the Michael Jackson, like lean forward, like over like the edge, and then back. That's very worrying.
Sora's tail will go forward and kind of wrap around your arm there. En route. Stop being weird.
Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. So as these images are forming, the first one that you see to get over here, numero uno, is this creature. You can see him vaguely in the illusion of where he is. But it's hard to tell. And the physician will come out and give you additional information soon. The next one, 2, wow, it's consistent. Another lady with surrounded by several small goblins. At least they look like goblins. They're probably not goblins. And then 3, which is why I was having an issue with Sora's creature's name for a second, because I kept thinking of the Aether now that I was in here. And what else you get? 4. And you're next to it. Outside the wolf, it just looks like a really like thick boy wolf. Has blood all over its lips. Next to it is a creature called Banshori. You can see that as it screams, people are just dying in its vicinity. Seems to be rather problematic. 7, you get an unnamed tier 3 Mouther, which means that they probably don't have information on it, but that's okay. You'll be all right if you fight it. It's right here. And then number 8. Yeah, we've got a... No, I do. Number 8. Then why is it? We're gonna just reveal them both. Okay, we're gonna reveal them both. That was planned.
Okay.
Then there is this baby-looking thing that is crying. Then there is a dragon, sea dragon-looking thing.
I don't like either.
Of course I rolled the freaking dragon.
Wait, do we have to pick these, or is this us picking these?
So the characters are gonna pick these based on how they want to be challenged. But the physician, he's on his way to you guys now. I'll give you a moment to just have your immediate shock factor when you look at these creatures. And I will go ahead and give me one more. Give me a 1d6. And we'll reveal one more nameless option in case you guys want to go the nameless route. The nameless ones mean that they do not yet have information on them. Most Mouthers have been fought and defeated, but not all.
1d6, right?
Yeah, to reveal one more nameless one.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 options feels like a good number. Let's get this bad boy out. That one's scary. Scary. Okay, cool. All right, so you guys immediately see these options here. You can feel the energy off of them. It's faint, but the nameless ones seem to immediately present you with some type of aura, even just from being in this room. Versus yesterday, when none of these were really active. These are the 2 nameless creatures. As for the other ones, I'll give you very brief what you see, and then you guys can tell me how you react before the physician walks in. So the baby one already cried. The water dragon looking thing looks disgusting. The massive overgrown wolf is running through a forest and knocking over trees, so you kind of get an idea for his skill. I've already described this one as screaming. Oh shoot. This one as screaming. And then finally this one just seems to be right now just eating fruit off of his stinger casually. Finally, this lady here is actually not in frame. It's only her minions that are in frame.
Oh.
Okay, you guys can go ahead and react, and then we'll have the dude come in. Or we can skip to the dude. It's really up to you guys.
Wow, every single one of these guys really look very cheerful to have a dinner party with.
Not most Mouthers.
But they all possess one thing. Which means a face to punch.
I thought you were gonna say an asshole.
I mean, if you want to get technical en route.
I thought you were going to say like the ability to rip your body or your soul apart. But, you know.
Oh, most likely, but we got this.
Okay, so they all look terrifying, but we're going to go with this one, right?
Let's try to test the waters a little bit first. We've
You
kind of just
can't
been
hit a baby.
What?
The baby's out.
I think the baby would be happy to hit you.
So Judith wants to go with the big horned spiky man that gives me the vibes of death.
Well, these are the problems. This is just me speaking. These are the problems when it comes to these games. I, as a player, I want to go against the 3 unnamed ones. But so be wary that most things that I say during the next few minutes is going to be the player coming in more than so than Judith. Judith is just there to report on the amazing tales of what you guys do.
She's like, what's the juiciest lead here?
She's going for story of the decade.
Yeah, let's make you guys look badass.
Let's just fight the coolest ones, guys. Like this one on the far, like the one on the left, like this with like the gold ring over it. Yeah, that's cool, man.
It's very cool, but I was more confident before you did your thing.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Think any of them are interested in a dance-off? Amra to win that one, no problem.
Maybe that one. You would need like a backup team, though, Amrut.
That's you guys.
I don't know how to dance.
Yeah,
I'm more of a ballroom sort of gal.
Just 5 simple steps back and forth, a slight shimmy.
Why do you have to throw your hips like that, though?
Because it creates momentum.
All right, is the physician coming in? I can't see him past all these crazy hip movements.
Yeah, once there's a lull in the conversation, you see the physician comes in and walks past you all. I see that you have discovered these opportunities. Shall I go through each one? Or would you like to go in blind?
Knowledge is power in this instance.
Excellent. I shall start with the bottom, or would you prefer me to go top down?
Let's just go bottom, then top.
Excellent. Down here, in Dresm, his words are quite literally poison, a stinger, and temporarily petrify his targets. He avoids at all cost a physical engagement, making exceptional use of his wings and ability to hide. While a tier 1 mouther, who may not be able to compete with you blow for blow, he could be a nuisance in capturing him. And his pride does not stop him from fleeing.
Does he look to be somewhat of an imp?
Correct. Most mouthers take after certain creatures exaggerated. He's far larger than an imp, but still only about your size, whereas imps are usually about the size of a toy. An overgrown imp, I suppose. May I continue, or would you like to question me further about Imdresm?
Just get an overview of them all before we go into specifics.
Excellent. Next over here is Ape the Wolf. He is an upper first tier, meaning that he is almost a second level mouther. Beowulf is a simple creature. He is large and is able to absorb your blood to regenerate his own wounds. But the more injured Ape the Wolf is, the more powerful he becomes.
Is that this one over here? I missed your pointer.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, okay.
You guys can't see the names?
No. Oh.
Nope.
Just looked like it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. So this is Aether Wolf. And she says that he's really big and that he can heal off of your blood. And the more injured he is, the more difficult he is to fight. Oh, we got Lewis in chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, next, is there any more tier 1s? Okay, yeah. This is Bobby Yabob. It is a baby mouther, at least in appearance. It is not actually a baby in any capacity. It uses powers over the mind to enslave their opponents into not harming it. In a fight, it will be exceedingly easy to defeat, but it is almost impossible to strike the creature till you get past its complicated engagements, I should say. Next, let's see, do we have tier 2s on here? Yep. Next is Tyrrell. She is known as the Queen Mouther, a title afforded to a few Mouthers, but she does not like to do any of the heavy liftings, so she uses minions aplenty. Attacking her will be like fighting a mini horde of her red goblinoid creatures. If you do discover her, she makes great use of her hair, able to use it as a weapon to considerable length, thickness, and quite solid. That is Tyrrell. Next, we have Banshori, a male banshee mouther. He uses his voice to instantly destroy his opponents. If you cannot resist his screech, you will be on death's doors. He also makes good use of illusions while also being a physical powerhouse. Tyrrell and Banshori are tier 2s, as well as Dithora, the sea dragon boil mouther. They spew maggot breaths. Their bodies, when injured, their boils pop and can lay you with disease. These are the tier 2 mothers. Now, the unnamed ones, we don't have much information on. Based on our records, they are tier 3. This one is known as the Hollow King. This one right here is simply known as Sliff. From our records, one of them fights similar to a wraith, and the other one, some type of organism that thrives off of living matter. That is all we know of them. Discuss. What's the rest of it?
Okay, I've got as much info as I could type within the timing.
Sure.
Okay. We want to go out of character for this?
All right, talk about
Yeah, I can go out of it for a second. I don't have big monkey form ready for whatever this is as a heads up. So that's not going to be part of whatever we pick today.
Yeah, I would like to refrain from going tier 3 just yet, while we're figuring out their general strengths.
Okay.
I'm down for tier 2 at the very least, though.
Tier 2 is pretty much where I'm thinking.
Sounds good to me.
Actually, a quick question for the physician. We only able to take on one a day, or can we take on multiple?
Depends on how fast you complete it, how far it is from Mother, and how fast we can get you into the next one. It's possible to complete 2. In fact, all the tier 1 mouthers, they tend to stay closer to cities because they can prey on commoners, whereas the bigger creatures, they just roam in forgotten plains. Tackling a tier 1 makes it more likely you could face a tier 2 later or another tier 1. Fighting a tier 2 is probably further from our central hub and will probably be the only thing you can complete in a day. The order does matter. But if you go big or go home, you could possibly take 2 tier 2s in one day.
Do we happen to know how far apart the tier 2s are? If we get dropped off at one, could we make our way to the other on our own?
It would appear that if you were to attack Zenthora in his lake bed home, you could also quite easily reach Banshori.
Which one is Banshori again?
Forgot they do not show the names. Banshori's the male banshee mouther. And then Zenthora is the sea dragon.
Oh, I wrote it as Zandori, that's why.
Oh, Zandori. Zandori. I have show named players. I'm not sure why I didn't show named players.
Let me try refreshing.
I mean, if no one's seeing it, it must just be an issue with the token.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Those two, I will admit, I am the most freaked out by.
Yeah, they are concerning.
How so?
I don't need to explain it to you, Average.
Let's just go kill the baby.
Let's
The
kill
baby.
the
Is that
Tier
tier
one.
2?
That's
No,
a tier
it's tier 1.
Bro, the
Aether
baby,
is,
the baby's the hardest one. I'm telling you.
that is honestly that just sounds super annoying to deal with all the charms.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should be decent if we wanted to go against it though, just because we have methods to deal with saves.
Do it.
We're also loaded up on inspiration, so that's true
Yeah.
for any saves.
Let's see here. So we could probably knock out the unnames and tier 3s for the time being while we're figuring things out. Tier 1s, we can probably get through 2, I think. But we could attempt double tier 2s.
They freak me out the most, which means I definitely have to fight them. So
There we go.
my vote is that we either start with the male ghoul or the dragon, and see where we're standing after our fight with one.
I could agree
Yeah,
with that.
Sure, sounds good.
I
Hit the
vote
ground
dragon
running.
first.
Yeah, my vote's the dragon.
The dragon is the scariest thing I'm gonna roll.
Poor Lewis.
It is a bigger target, so we should be.
To be honest, I'm more afraid of a banshee creature, so.
To be fair, yeah, those things. Ugh. But it is a freaking dragon.
I mean, it's perfect for you. What are you talking about?
You fight the dragon?
It seems like that's the current consensus, and then we could
It might-
attempt to see.
It might be the size of a pseudo dragon. We don't know.
Potentially.
What about the other
other
dragon?
Oh hell no, we're not fighting this thing.
No, the other dragon.
That's a dragon?
Let's talk about the one in Lewis.
Oh, is that random? Yeah, that thing is freaking huge.
Why don't we just fight that one?
Are you a rat in the head?
I don't think I am. Anyway, let's go.
So everyone wants to fight big pustule boy over there.
No, but I'm getting antsy, so I'm down.
Seems like a decent choice at the moment, as much as I hate dealing with dragons. It's a larger target, so at least we don't have to worry about it running as much. I doubt it could fly with those wings of its.
Dragging these nuts, let's go.
Excuse you, Omnut?
Let's get out there.
Give me a moment. Goes back over. Hey, Minerva, we got some extra water. I think we might need it.
Gives you 2 more bottles.
Thank you.
You all came to a decision what portal we should open. Once it's open, you must move to it immediately because it is dangerous to leave such a portal open.
We believe we are looking for a path to Zathora.
Excellent. Well, the path forward is quite easy. It is by a lake. Since the lake itself is limited in size, you shouldn't have too much difficulty finding Zathora. Any luck to the rest of you? Confirmation? Are we all ready to go?
Lydia nods.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just curious. Amaret, have you been making any potions? Do we have any of that kind of stuff? Or is there potions that we can take with us? Or
Mm-mm.
We got
Okay.
nothing.
okay,
We
great.
don't exactly have much resources after all we've been dealing with.
We still have, maybe if we find some stuff during our mission, we can use these soul stones we got from the first class to make us some.
Yeah. That's later. Right now, we're fighting the dragon, yeah.
The Thor I've defeated will drop a water gem to make water-based magical items, as well as a series of soul stones, which can be used. With the destruction of the city, I'm afraid we've exhausted most of our healing capabilities. I will be able to physically tend to you upon your return through the use of magic and technology, however.
Right, forgot that a part of this was to get resources.
Correct. In any case, if you're all ready, then please. He lifts up his wrist, press something on it, and you can see that the hole, which on this map is just black abyss under him, begins to spin. Now, this may seem quite terrifying, but I assure you, if we wanted to kill you, there were easier ways. Please skydive into the black abyss hole. It will safely land you in your destination. That is about a 150-foot drop towards this black abyss that's spiraling.
The mainland is such a weird place. But it sounds like an adventure. And she turns around to everyone and then will do a backflip off the edge.
And before we go down there, immediately gets the water bottle and just shoves it in his mouth. Sober up a bit.
I'm going in. You just immediately just jumps out.
Now he's gonna need to pee.
That's fine. We'll be in a swamp.
Adia takes a deep breath and then steps off the edge of the platform.
Shall we? Looks toward Judith.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Goes toward the edge, turns around, and just does like a very light salute toward her as he falls back.
All right, most of you guys jump, and he just looks at Judith.
As he goes and does that light little salute, I just take one photo of him falling right before he falls into the abyss, just in case he dies.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn the teleporter on.
Oh no!
And then Judith will go and join.
Your I know it's not really a flash, but thematically we've been doing it that way. The flash, it interacts with these portals briefly. When you look into the photo, I'm assuming you look at it immediately, or is this a later situation?
I'll look into it, make sure it captured a face.
You notice that the current mouthers that they're not tracking seem to be captured in your photo. Not that they're there, but their innate state hidden, and you can see the rest of the right side. I'll give you, since you pointed in that general direction.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, that's sick.
Whoa.
Yes. Photograph you for the win. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And
yeah. Oh my, bottom right is a real looker.
bottom. Oh, this guy.
Whoa.
Yeah. Anyways, as Judith does that and likely jumps off. You said he jumped off, right?
Yeah.
As you do that, you look at your photo while falling into the abyss. Eventually, you get absorbed into this black spiral and are descending towards a forest with a massive lake that looks like it's poisoned or something. It's bubbling ever lightly and looks dirty. As if you're all under featherfall, you slowly descend to the ground, but the breeze is quite nice. I don't know how you feel with what you're about to go up against. You don't see it yet. But in any case, you do land in this strange foresty lake area. And the moment you touch down, let's take a 10-minute break so I can set up the adventure path you chose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Good luck, everybody.
Be back.
We're gonna need it.
Oh, timestamp, if you don't mind, cake, because you're good at that.
I'm glad I'm good at putting a number in the chat.
I
Yeah,
would
the
do.
best.
I would do it, but I'm 3 hours behind y'all.
I'm like 16 hours ahead of you.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
It's fine. We only need the minutes.
If I had Monkey ready to go, I would be down for a tier 3, but
yeah.
There's also a good chance that I'm not going to be here for the next couple weeks. So.
oh, where's that?
There's because next weekend there's a whole there's this whole birthday situation that we're going to like this like tropical place to celebrate it. So I might not be able to be available, and then the following week after that, I'm flying back to America. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll miss you, Cake.
Yeah. Well, last time I was gone, someone died, so I'm sure this time won't be the same.
Yeah.
Great vote of confidence.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. You poopy. Why does it seem like all the ones that I didn't roll were definitely the more terrifying?
I mean, the one I for sure would have been the most resistant against going would be Lith, because Lith just looks like an end game villain.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's no. I mean, hey, go ahead and just steal the armor, and then we're all good. No, it sounded like it was a parasitic type of deal, so we would have been dealing with
Symbiote.
venom. Yeah. Which, now I think of it, is sort of what I've been doing anyways, so... Maybe if we were full power, but nah. That's another time.
Amrit's got me worried.
Very slightly. I am so concerned. I'm hoping his battle instincts take over.
Well, let's just hope it's just to a teenager and not just a baby.
Yeah. Then again, I think it's even more concerning because he is a, test tube baby. So he probably grew a lot faster than most people. Yeah, let's not think about it just yet. We'll deal with it when it comes.
Thank you for not going with tier 3. Being this is the first time I've ever played this class, I'm like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I think it's just a good idea to try to test the waters first.
Yeah, you could have brought that up, Sucker. You don't have to feel like you have to hold that back if you need something easier to get your groove on into.
Well, if people were adamant on level 3, I would have said something. I think 2 will be alright.
Yeah.
I still experience fear like any human. I don't mind.
Yeah. all of them are pretty damn scary or really annoying to deal with, so...
Malda.
Especially since I didn't build her like max the way most people would build her. So
Fine. A lot of these characters aren't really min-maxed, which is fine. We'll figure it out as we go.
Did
It'll
someone
be
say unoptimized?
yep.
We got room power for that.
90% of average's characters, and somehow they're still the most badass.
Yep.
I love story characters.
Whenever you build characters more for story than for straight up combat, then they do kind of force you to think in a different way. Cough cough, anytime I play fighter and I don't have access to magic. Let's go.
What the fuck?
Oh, I can't just like, you know, summon a giant pillar out of the sky? No worries, that tree will have to do.
I actually have to go over there and stay there?
Amru, did you, or Average, did you drink some black liquid recently or something?
Huh?
Are you having what Amru's having tonight?
No.
I was laughing so hard at that. Thank you for all the hips, comments, and whatnot.
It's so good.
I just thought it would be funny given last week's events for the viewers. Full disclosure, you know, if you were without my sultry voice, you know, because I had popped 2 edibles like 2 hours before the show, and I had like one scene. I was like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, the last thing he remembers was these edibles ain't cheap.
It was legit that meme. I was like, 1 doesn't do shit. Let's take 2.
Oh no.
Always the worst mistake.
Not enough to make the pain go away.
It's funny because then on the bag it says caution. These fuck. That's all it says.
Wow, that's that really what it is. Oh god.
Yes.
God damn.
So yeah, I fucked around and found out. So
Yeah.
You did. You really did.
Classic.
I was like, sure they do. They do.
All right, how much time do I have left?
2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You wanted to catch those hands, you definitely did.
Yeah. Well, since I gave you guys so much versatility in what you can choose, I had to quickly set up the encounters. I had some generic maps, so I suppose it's a little obvious, but if you could choose between 30 different people, I don't have 30 maps prepared.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm just setting up the encounter, but I'm nearly done.
Take your time, man.
Okay, well, actually, I'm done now. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a drink real quick, and then we'll jump back in. You said we got 2 minutes, so about 1.5 now. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab a drink, and then we'll jump right back in.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let me double check on what stones we need are, because we're getting a water one from this one. So
We all got like a regular soul stone from the class with Cornelia.
yeah, and we do have a lot of basics, so that definitely helps.
So maybe when we get back, we can make some resources to keep going later on. Who knows? I don't know how badly this guy can mess up our stuff, so.
We'll have to see. Let's see, we're definitely going to need a lot of shadow stones from the looks of it. But general soul stones are also something to keep an eye out for, so we'll be fine.
All right, so we got a time check. Is it time? It is time. Okay.
So we're good.
And we shall do roll call. Average.
Yep.
Bizian.
Hi.
Cake.
Yep.
Cloudy.
I'm here.
Sakura.
Let's go.
Sweet, let's jump back into this. So like I said, you guys just touched down in the middle of the forest next to a sickly looking pond or lake or whatever you want to call it. Which of those are smaller, a pond or a lake? Or is it the same thing, just different word?
Lake is bigger, I think.
Probably a really big pond.
Correct.
Probably a big pond, guys, all right? I'm stupid. Let me turn daylight mode on because it is daytime, y'all. Can you guys see? Let me zoom you to where you are. Can you guys see?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good.
Yup.
Excellent. Well, shit. Go on and explore and talk to each other, man.
How mushy is the floor?
Uncomfortably so. It is moist.
Oh, God.
It's ground, guys. It's sinking.
No, Amrut, you need to stand up.
Oh.
You feeling okay?
I feel amazing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Try to stick together. We don't know where this health thing is. Or if it's planning on popping out.
What's the immediate smell, Falcon?
Like dead rat.
Ooh.
Something rotting. A body that you haven't discovered that's next door to you this whole time. Something horrible. This thing is known to spew parasites and has boiling diseases, so pretty nasty.
Yeah, very much so.
Let's split up and search for clues.
What? No,
Wait,
Amrut, get back here. What are you doing?
I'm going this way.
Everyone's going this way, though. Don't need you to go off by yourself. Come on.
Oh, sure.
Judging by the description, I'm guessing this thing's gonna be a bit close to the water. Keep an eye out.
Juice takes a photo of the lake before everyone got in the way, just to see like overall sense of the vibe. Is this glowing thing? Is that coming
Where?
from within the lake, or is that just on the map?
Well, since it's daytime, it's probably like a reflection of the light on a dirty lake. But it's not particularly glowing. Is it algae or
Bioluminescent.
bioluminescent? There we go. What's algae?
That is more of a
Type of
plant
plant.
kind of thing.
It's an organism.
Yeah, I would say under the water, probably some of the dirty, poisonous stuff is glowing a little bit. Sure.
Lewis will just like kind of kneel down toward the ground and just like try to close his eyes and listen the best he can for like anything that sounds off.
Then you can do a perception check.
Which I'm not particularly good at right now. The smell is just too strong. Yeah. Area's definitely rancid.
Keep an eye out, Noel. There could be ninjas.
What? Ninjas?
I am very much concerned for you.
Don't worry about it.
But
No, go ahead.
okay, cool. So, Judith, when you're staying next to this tree, you notice falling onto your shoulder a whole bunch of little worms, or should I say maggots?
Oh, fuck. Are they like falling from the tree, or is like the tree maggots?
It's falling from the tree.
I'll say, okay, there's maggots inside the tree, so that's not a good sign.
Wait,
Lydia, look up into the foliage. Can she see anything up in there?
And perception or investigation.
Why would maggots be in a tree? They're attracted to rotten and dirty things, not
Didn't he
plant
say that
life.
this thing? Didn't he say that this dragon can?
Oh,
Well, this is what Aria sees. Anyone with a passive perception of 11 or higher that's now observing the tree would see that one of the maggots in the tree is about as big as someone's leg. It's a small creature, but it's big.
oh, Aria, get out of the way.
Oh, yes, I am backing up. She's gonna quickly glance at the other trees. Does she see things in the other trees as well?
Yeah, but they're oddly dead. You see a few more of these parasites, they're dead. These trees don't look like they're a good host to them anymore. You'd imagine parasites from the report, they need something to thrive off of. And it's looking like it found its means to live. Maybe it's wrong.
Am I seeing like the same size as everyone else, or
yeah, it's definitely a lot bigger.
Affirmative.
okay? I thought I was like zooming in or something.
No. Nick, we gotta kill this thing.
Yeah, probably a good idea to deal with them before the big guy shows up. Takes out a sword.
Shouldn't we just like burn it or something?
Like trying to like a cat like hissing to scare you away. It doesn't have claws, but it's using its teeth in a threatening motion.
We could try to burn it, but we can't be putting everything else here at risk.
You might be catching the tree on fire.
Exactly.
Sora, your passive perception. Well, what's Aria's? I gotta get used to her being here too.
14.
Okay, so Aria and anyone with 14 or higher, really. You see that there's a soft stream of water moving towards the land, and it's about this big, slowly advancing towards the. What'd you guess?
Okay, you said this big, but I didn't see nothing on the map.
Oh, I'm on the GM there. Sorry, I apologize.
Lydia will point in that direction. Looks like we got company on both sides.
Yep, looks like the owner of this place is here to play.
Oh, damn it, I'll try to spread out a bit. And Lewis will try to just try to deal with the parasite as quick as he can before whatever this thing is shows up.
Well, what do you do? The parasite's up in the tree about.
It's up in the
15
tree.
feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just hanging on the
I
tree.
thought it was down. My bad.
Lydia will put her hand up and shoot a sacred flame at the parasite.
It's a nasty, nasty parasite. For more NPC, no, just. Alright, let's go. You know, some of you are like, I still know what that is. It makes the save. As you kind of go to flame it, it just wraps around the tree, and the fire hits the tree, but I don't imagine it burned the tree.
Well,
but-
it's radiant damage.
I guess it's a rotting infested tree, so maybe you kind of it kind of sizzles and you can hear like a screeching noise. But as that settles, at the same time, coming out of the water is this big creature.
Ugh.
Are you rude warriors? Are you rude warriors?
Yep, and you seem to be the ugly fucker we gotta deal with, so
I hate rude warrior.
you're ready. Immediately takes a battle stance.
Initiative.
The parasite is fast.
Damn!
Dude, if you immediately act, but you see that the parasite is leaping off the tree towards Lewis.
Okay. As I see that it's beginning to leap, I will put my left hand forward and shoot out a fire bolt at the parasite.
Oh, that hits.
Oof.
Then I'm going to. Let's see what's my action. How far are you away from me?
Oh,
there,
shoot.
Lewis?
You do notice that it seems to resist the bulk of your attack.
Oh,
Okay.
fire rods.
I just realized that. It's a big difference.
Yep. Let's double check. Say 30 feet or 60 feet? Okay, and then I'm going to I'll kind of take a step forward there, and I'll pull out my quill, and I'll start writing, and I'll say the teacher Lewis steps forward to lay an amazing flurry of strikes. Hopefully he brings the party to make sure they have what it takes, and I will fucking rhyme. Judith does not like rhyming, but she did it. And Lewis has a bardic inspiration.
Thank you very much.
Back here. And press the EOT button.
Okay, the parasite is up. And as its body sizzles from the fire, you can see that its protective layer, this aquatic shell around it, dampens some of the damage. And as it just continues this leap towards our buddy Lewis, it attempts to bite him. It's an 18 at Lewis.
It's exactly.
Excellent. So the teeth sink into your side. And it doesn't bite you in a conventional way. You realize it's more like a drill, and it's beginning to burrow into your body. Give me a DC 11 strength saving throw, where the parasite begins to bury deep into you. So you're kind of like grabbing it so it doesn't go deeper into your body. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so it does not get to burrow in your body. You just take the 7 piercing and you prevent it from burrowing.
Okay. As it starts burrowing into Lois's jacket and like trying to dig into the skin, a gust of wind shoots off of his shield as he's gonna go for the good old Great Badger as reaction. I need a DC 13 deck save.
I'm about to say 17, god damn.
I saw the 27, I was like, oh wait.
I get a natural 20.
Okay. I forget if it deals half damage or it's all or nothing. Okay.
What's that text?
Let me see. Yeah, let me drop it.
It's or take, so it's all or nothing.
Ah, got it. Okay. Good to know. That's my reaction.
Well, thematically, that's probably why I wasn't able to burrow, because your shield got in the way.
Yep, the little gust just like managed to push it just enough. Still on the parasite's turn.
Oh shoot, it is. You started talking, I'm like, oh, it's Lewis's turn. But I just realized you're right.
No worries. And with the gust, kind of just like flips his sword to an underhand grip and just like stabs at it. Okay, solid smack.
Yeah, easily connects onto it.
All right, how's it looking?
You notice that its protective layer still reduces your damage, but it's not resistance. You think it just softens the blow a tiny bit, and it's still in good enough health. I would say that it's bloodied.
Good to know. Second stab on it.
All right.
Not as good, but still a decent amount of damage regardless. How's it looking?
It's alive, but it's on its way out.
Okay. We're gonna want to have to deal with this as soon as possible. bonus action to do whatchamacall, where is it? Bonus action Flame Fist as his mechanical arms burst with a variety of steam and smoke as the firearm is conjured right there, and it goes for a smack on the parasite. (16).
16 hits.
Got it, as it just slices up into around toward the midsection.
Oh, you dueling doesn't apply to this, right?
No, it's just 9.
So we know it's resistant to fire. Unfortunately, it still manages to survive.
Oof. Oh, well, worth a shot. With that, gonna want to try to keep it from getting closer to Araya, so Lewis will reposition himself to here for the time being. Yote.
Excellent. You know how you say your name, take. Today, I'm the taker. Oh. Opens its mouth. Sounds like it's choking on something, and it spews this nasty parasitic breath weapon. But in hopes to get more than one person, it is going to spew it at you two over here. As it crawls onto land, its wings, even worse than the picture describes, broken up and almost not there at all. You definitely don't think it can fly. But let's go ahead and 30-foot cone you guys, see if I can get both here now. So its breath weapon looks like a mixture of a clear, thick saliva. You can kind of see it dripping off of the creature's mouth. Completely transparent, but inside it is those maggots that were on the tree. But these ones look a lot more lively. Okay, here we go. 30-foot cone. Have to move right here. All right, it spews a cone at 2 of you.
Okay.
And that, hold on, you guys owe me, that's a unique saving throw. A wisdom saving throw.
Alright, I will use inspo.
Me as well. Oh.
Oh.
All right, so as this clear liquid, you see that he's not avoiding your typical dragon's breath. That this is more of an assault on your mind as the liquid spews onto your body, the disgusting fumes and smells. You have to steal your mind or it will destroy you. And the parasitic breath does 18 necrotic damage if you failed the DC, which is a 14, or half as much if you succeeded. If you failed, you're also frightened, unable to approach the creature. You can make that saving throw again at the end of each of your turns. It is 18 or 9 necrotic, and depending on your rune, that might even be less damage. With that said, Zethora then shoots back into the water. It's not able to get too far. You're up, Sora.
All right. Getting absolutely slimed. Sora is just not having a good moment here. Just checking the range of certain things. Okay. Taking a rather nasty hit, Sora is going to use her bonus action to hop off onto her staff to take a defensive posture. But like the mother they had met and befriended before Yaiga, her arm moves forward towards the parasite, leaving all these after images that she'll use her main action to do Divine Hands, sending these series of hands at the parasite for a dexterity save or take 19 bludgeoning.
Is it all or nothing?
I think it's half. Let me double check. Or half as much on a success.
Just grab the kill, it can't survive it.
As the creature it was trying to latch onto Lewis, he hears this high-pitched whistle, but by the time it looks, every series of segment of its body gets plastered in fists as it just ruptures from the sheer amount of bludgeoning.
You see that the parasite just doesn't have any particular reaction. It just kind of moans a little bit and dies.
Okay. And then at the end of my turn, it's another save, correct?
Yep.
I will use another inspo to try and see if I can get out of this.
Give me your inspirations.
Yep, burning through them already.
I want all of them. You break free of the frightened condition.
Okay. And that'll be it for Sora.
You think it's your turn because it is your turn.
Gotcha. Okay. It's like, oh shit. I will. I just did a necrotic thing, but just in case, fuck it. I'm gonna cast Hex on it, and then do a good old Rhyme Spear. There it is.
You treat my AC as 2 less. Yeah, that all hits.
Awesome. So kind of like steaming still from the like the acid. Like I just got these, and just slam one into the dragon.
You see a bunch of blisters pop, and the second one rises out of the water. Oh, Rune Warrior!
Oh.
Oh shit.
Good luck.
2 of them. Is one of them an illusion? Well, we will handle the one that's closest. Aria's light skin across her shoulders and her upper arms, they start to glow, these designs. They almost look like tattoos, but tattoos of light with flowers and swirls. She also is going to hex this one. Your littles don't mind fire damage, but let's see if you do. Firebolt. Wrong button, sorry.
You're shooting the big boy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the other things you don't see them. Okay.
Thanks, Falcon.
Do you have the 2 necrotic on there, or?
Yes, she has.
Okay, cool. She also hexed. Oh, yeah, I forgot you. Beautiful.
Okay. Well, and we know that the front one is an illusion?
No, I was
Or-
just wondering out loud if it was.
We saw some blisters pop, and the second one showed up.
Yeah. Okay, well that's disgusting. Judith is going to use just gonna take a step over here to the right. Look over to Sora and say, Sora, make sure to keep your wits about you on this one. It's gonna get dicey very quickly. A little bonus action healing word. I'm healing early, gang, because I want to take a photo of this.
What?
Use my action
Hell yeah.
to take a photo.
Oh, well, thank you, Judith. I at least wish I wasn't covered in slime and looked hot.
Wait, hold on. I can't get my framing right. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Eh.
Whoosh. So a 5. And then I saw that I don't want to get too close to Sora, so I don't want to get the same situation and get blasted. So 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. EOT.
Parasite is Beat it. When there's one parasite, there's more.
Oh gods. Oh, that's a lot.
Excellent. All right, you see the parasites immediately jump out of the water, and they're taking this turn to dash. No one's actually being attacked this turn. I checked the. I didn't realize it was so close to you up there. They're attacking you for sure.
Oh yeah.
But the rest of them are dashing to get out into the field. I'll even have one of them dash towards Aria. Should be smart enough to stay just outside of your range, and they do so.
Yep.
But this one comes right up to you and tries to burrow into your flesh, because why not? 21 would surely connect.
Yep. Strength save.
7 piercing, and then a strength save, yeah. Oh, you prevent it from burrowing into you. It's really nasty they burrow into you, so good job.
Okay. Yeah. Damn it. This complicates things. Lewis goes for 2 smacks on the parasite on him as the flaming arm just like runs up behind him and just like flies over his shoulder trying to stab into it. As his bonus, first going for the swings is 14 hit.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Second slash. Okay. And bonus action Flame Fist. Moving it to here. So that is 10. Oh yeah, it has its resistances, so something to keep in mind. Shit.
Don't worry, I already totaled it all up. I broke each one down.
Got it. Downside.
It's alive, but it's on death's doors.
Oh yeah. I'm worried these things are probably gonna have opportunities, so I'm gonna have to stick where I am for now.
Oh, you hurt me. I don't have my breath. They are under the water right now, these two. And
All
Store,
right.
you're up.
Okay. Going to move a little bit around this fella. And then going to swing out with the staff, advantage. Okay. She will do 5 bludgeoning. Then she will expend a key point to attempt to stun it.
Right, it is. You see that you hit its milky body, and some of the blows reduced. And as you try to stun it, let's see here. It unfortunately makes it. You don't think it's resistant or anything like that. It just made the save.
Going to then just carry through with more smacks. Another swing with the staff as the second attack.
Connect again.
For 9 more bludgeoning, and then a bonus action offhand. Let's try and use the centimeters for piercing, see if that helps. Oh, it doesn't help if it's a 1 though.
Oh, no.
Alright, just going to use the movement I got to navigate a little bit further down to start getting back towards Judith for the help. That's it for Sora.
Emerald.
Yay! So, Amber's gonna run, seeing these two like jump out the water and go towards Judith, who'll run in to try and intercept. Then he'll attack this one in front of him.
Close, but no cigar. There we go. Oh, you don't do necrotic to these guys, right? That's your hex?
That's correct, yeah. So it's just 5, yeah.
Okay, Judith, Very interesting stuff happens when he hits this creature. You see, as the blade pierces into the parasite, Emra's size dramatically reduces to the point his clothes are a little bit too big for him because this DH is him, not his outfit or anything like that. He gets really, really small. Well, I suppose, how old is Emra? There is a set number of years it reduces.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, because it's a set amount of years, so I don't want to say you're a kid and then you're like 90 years old.
How old is you, Amrit?
Oh,
The
right.
clone.
The clone? I probably around 30, I guess.
Okay, yeah, he's a kid.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
I
He's like,
thought the babysitting thing was a joke.
Oh god.
oh my god. He
So
is,
Judah just hears it's like a Punisher as like, you hear, yeah.
How many years did it reverse?
You just look over, you just see him like stabbing at it. It's like a knife that's not like too big for him to hold.
Falcon, please tell me it reversed him 20 years and not 25.
no, he's 10. He's it's supposed to be 30, but I don't think the vibe would kill, so we're gonna just say it reduces him really young.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I didn't think. I thought Emma definitely looks older than 30. All right, anyways, Maria.
As it is, sees that dragon go down into the depths of the lake and her hex with it. She just says, "That's unfortunate." She pulls out her rapier, which is humming and a radiant energy. This has booming blade on it. She is going to take a swing at this parasite. 78.
Yeah, that is.
So it takes 6 piercing damage, but it is engulfed in like a sheath of radiant energy. If it moves on its own will, it will take more damage.
Excellent.
And then for her bonus action, there is a bright light that bursts out from her. And when it dissipates, she is invisible. This is her eclipse.
Oh.
Nice.
And she is going to take the opportunity to run the hell away. I'm guessing it still gets an opportunity attack.
Opportunity attacks requires sight,
Okay.
but to answer your question, yes. This thing doesn't exactly have eyes, and it's blindside. It's a worm.
Damn it!
Worms in real life, by the way, see with sensing. They don't have eyes either.
Yeah.
It's going to bite you. A 12 misses you, I'd imagine.
Yes, it does.
Good to go.
That is as far as her legs can take her. EOT. She is invisible to her next turn.
Okay. Judith Bloom.
He just sees little baby Hamlet and just starts to laugh a little bit, but laugh in one of those ways of like, you can't fucking, like, this cannot be fucking real. And she is going to take a step underneath the tree.
Okay, this thing will take an opportunity attack.
Okay.
15 hit you, question mark?
It does.
Right. It bites you for 8 piercing.
Oh.
Here's something more concerning. A strength saving thrower begins to burrow. On a hit, they try to burrow into targets.
I'll use one of the thingies, the advantages.
Oh,
12.
my god, that's close. Yeah, you're good. The DC 11. So.
Okay.
Walk us through the fiction. So it's supposed to be burrowing into you. How do you physically stop it? Like, what's going on in this little struggle?
It's wherever it tries to burrow into me. I use the the robot gun that I have, and I slam it and I try to stick it right in the mouth before I move over and grab and go to Amrut, and I'll say, now this is hilarious, and don't worry, the parasites, they're not going to be around as soon. They're just going to take a little nap, okay? And I'm going to cast Sleep at 3rd level.
Sweet.
To try to get both of them.
Well, it puts the northern one to sleep, not the other one.
Oh.
What's it? Oh, it's 40. It's 40. Yeah, 40.
40. Yeah.
Actually, it's a bit meta, but they combine have exactly 40 hit points, so it actually does get the second one.
Perfect.
Amrut, bless you for damaging this one. Yeah, they both go to sleep.
Okay, Amrut, don't hit these two while they're asleep, okay? Shh. So it was 5. And then... Can I pick Amrut up and move him a little bit? I don't know.
It'll be difficult terrain, but yeah.
Okay.
You're a 10-year-old
Yeah.
kid, you know, you're not exactly strength-based.
That's okay. I can... I won't pick him up because that's... I don't want to be disrespectful to the little guy. But I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and say, don't worry, Amrut. Things will be okay. Just stay close to your friends and stay away from all danger, okay? But most importantly, still believe in your little self. And I will bark inspire you.
When'd you get so tall?
Oh shit! I should have taken a photo. Never mind. Next time.
The parasites act. 2 of them are sleeping, of course, so they don't do anything. But this one up north goes to do top down. So this one's gonna try to bite good old Lewis.
Yep.
15. I think that's a miss, right?
Yep, that's a miss as a kind of just like anticipates it and like lifts up his shield so that way it can like bite into it instead of him.
It wraps around you in order to, because once it finishes you off in its mind, it's going to need to get closer to your friends. This one, next one, top down, is over here, and I believe your booming goes off as he pursues you. What is the range there, blind? So let me check. See you. Now they'll go for somebody else. Oof. 5 feet up.
Oh.
I'm gonna jump the old man.
Okay. I'm closer.
Good. That's fine. I want to be the tank of the group, so.
It did take 10 damage.
Oh yeah. Just kind of explodes. It turns and like wiggles its senses around and try to figure out what happened. And then it keeps moving since it can't pick up anything. 23 against Lewis will certainly hit.
Yep.
9 piercing and another strength save.
Got it. I'm pretty confident, so I'm not going to use the inspo just yet.
You have to be a body.
I am going.
Use 2 masters though.
No.
Boosting that up to 11.
Excellent. So you managed it. So this was a struggle. This thing is like coming at you, pop onto your neck or something, and you're able to just stop it just barely.
Yep, kind of like keeping track of the first one that like tried to coil around him. His missing eye leaves like a blind spot, so it's able to just like jump toward him, and it just like leans directly toward like his neck or something.
My God, yes, it's trying to burrow in the hole in your face. That's a good idea.
Oh God, no!
That's a good idea. All right, so Sora, this one's gonna attack you.
Okay, it's at disadvantage.
15.
That misses.
Snaps at you a few times, and then it makes this drilling noise as it tries to twist and shoot at you, leaping to your other side, but failing to successfully stab you. Lewis, you're up.
All right, let's take out the weak ones first. As he just goes regular, flips his sword from underhand to overhand and slices down at the weakened one. 13 hit?
Yep, this is their armor class.
Oh, thank God. Okay, how's it looking?
After that, you would kill the weaker one.
Okay, stabs into its main mouth and just pierces through as he flicks it out and goes for the second swing on the other.
Yep, that hits well.
And bonus action as the flame fist just like flies over underneath his armpit and tries to stab into the parasite.
It hits. So you do 5. There's fire resistance. That's unfortunately survives just barely.
Oof. Actually, with how the positioning was, Lewis is going to move one down first before he gets the arm to slash out, just to get a little bit of repositioning going. This third turn of flames going, but other than that, that's all I got. EOT.
You go around this. Rune warrior! Yeah! And it goes to take a bite at 23.
Yep, that hits.
It bites your leg for 12 piercing and 5 poison.
12 and 5, so that's 17. Oh my god, I am so low right now.
The rest of you guys can wave to Lewis.
Oh!
He has him grappled and he just spews his body back into the water. The other one who's here. Go ahead.
Reaction for Great Badger Shield.
Sure.
Yale shows up and tries to go for the stabby stabs. Oh god. Oh, where is it? Why can't I find it? There it is.
So just a sec.
Dex save.
Yep.
Ooh, 14. He just makes it.
Oh, oh well. Okay, I am stuck in its mouth. That is not good.
You notice the other one mimics the first one? Like it looks like it's trying to bite when in the same motion that Lewis did. And then it also moved backwards slightly when the other one moved backwards. So they're mimicking each other's movement to an extent.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry, you're up.
Oh, boy, things are very, very not good. I have got to get this parasite taken care of, but also Lewis needs my help. Damn it. Alright, things are getting hairy. So I am going to attempt to keep bashing this thing. Sending my Moon Touch staff down on it at advantage. And I will attempt to stun it one more time.
It fails.
Okay, this parasite's stunned. This frees Sora to begin trying to chase after Lewis. As she will dismount from her staff. Running over here, she's going to swing down that normal at this one.
That hits. That kills.
Just golf ball swinging that one to the fences. Sora gets to about there. As she's trying to make her way to getting to Lewis, she will. So is both my attacks. Bonus action, I will spend. Ooh, I am going through these. Bonus action, I am going to reach into my my pouch and drink a potion of flying. As Sora's form kind of begins to lift off the ground a bit. Just hang on, Lewis. I'm almost there.
Emrut, as you are young, you get a flashback. Hold on. Cue music.
Oh.
You get a flashback. You're in a lab and you're being tied down to a seat, and you're 10 years old. You're being experimented on as always. But these memories, the older you doesn't remember. And one of the doctors is just like, hurry up. Sting him. This kid's untapped potential is too dangerous to let run wild. And just watching in the back is the leader of the organization. Silently, the whole time, in the shadows, though we know how he looks now. Just sitting there. And they put the syringe into your shoulder and calm you down. But you just remember glowing with destructive force. And snap back to reality. Oops, go ahead, take that.
Alrighty, Emmerich will just slip past Judith and go up to this first awakened parasite.
Okay, you had a stun one, right?
Yeah. Then he'll attack. If it'll let me, hold on.
You have advantage when you're backing it.
Yeah, it's stunned, so. Your first roll to 21 will honor the scimitar damage above it, which is 8.
Gotcha. Oh, you need me to roll again for advantage?
Well, you roll twice. See, the 21 was for the first attack, the scimitar. So you can roll again to see if you get the 7 and 5, or the 7.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, one more. You want a crit finish? Okay, cool. So we'll take the 22, and that first damage that popped up was 7 piercing.
It's in sequence.
Creature unfortunately survives, barely.
Gotcha. You see, like, that's like the full weight of like the way he swings it, like he wants to like put like his full body into it as he's just kind of like spinning with the blade and the dagger. Just sounding like a Link, like yeah.
You could feel your rune powers and your body, your arm that you usually throw your spear from begins to kind of implode, and you've got this massive, super brolic arm right now. But anyways, Aria, it's your turn.
She starts to come back into view, raises both arms. There is a beam headed for the dragon, and there is a beam headed to Lewis. First, we'll take the dragon.
You hit the dragon and he screeches and cries. Ooh, you hit him good. You will, of course.
And then for Lewis, your beam restores 8 hit points to you.
All right.
Not very much, but hang in there.
There's a double-edged sword attacking this creature. You do get some health back, but when this mouth is attacked, each creature within 10 feet of it must make a Constitution saving throw as its bubbles, blister, and pop.
Ah, I see.
Or you guys weren't close enough for this to be relevant, but now you are.
What save was it again?
A con save.
Got it. Eesh.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and...
You know the breath weapon was a 14, so you can assume maybe it's the same DC.
Wait, Bardic and Spell. Oh, thank God. What was the dice for it again?
The D8.
D8? Oh, thank God.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you, Judith.
Don't worry.
You are not.
You gotta believe in yourself there, Judith.
Messed up. There is not. Oh, shoot, that script should not have spawned that one. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
He should be back over here where he belongs, on land. Okay, cool. Will it move it again? Grimps are awesome until they're not.
I mean, if we're gonna be sending it back to where it belongs, it should be back in the mouth that feeds, but...
Lol. Put it up, boys. All right, cool. Anyways, you are taking 3 acid damage, and you are not poisoned.
Oh, the gods.
And Judith, it's your turn.
And Lewis is above the water here?
Yeah, the creature is trying to dive, but hasn't dived yet.
Okay, I'm going to step up here, 10, 15, 20, and I'm going to use my action to pull out the robot gun and shoot this fucking parasite in the face.
Give advantage because it's stunned.
Well, so then it'd be flat, right? So
Yep.
22.
You burn it with the radiant.
Ooh, baby!
Kill it.
Hell yeah.
Judith is like, Amrut, I said stay away from the danger.
I
make
am
this
the
a-
danger.
Don't make this into a weird mother-son take care of situation. Just keep moving. Okay, and then I'm going to bonus action. I'm gonna heal Lewis. Lewis, keep fighting. You can do it.
Working on it.
6. EOT.
The parasites, are there any? No, they're just the ones that are asleep, so we'll pass them. Lewis.
Okay. Yeah, Lewis was really far down in terms of his HP. I think it's the right timing. As Zinthora just initially bites into him and starts dragging him away, Lewis starts to hear the almost like static like whispers in the back of his mind again as Tyrandrum tries to speak out to him. You really can't do anything without me. I can handle this. Why are they not? As a bonus action, Shadowfriend goes off, and Sora, if seeing where the current Flame Fist is, you start to see it almost change its form from its usual like arm and sword appearance to almost like flickering and change its slight over to a bit more like the hue of purple as Lewis within Zinthora's mouth starts to take on his more tissue appearance. I forget. Last time I activated Shadowfriend, it had both the armor and the attack. Is that still in place, or?
Yeah.
Okay. As tissue like crawls across his body and becomes like almost like a mask across his face, as he dons both the armor and his main arm. Okay, going into the slashes.
Before you do that, when you activate your rune ability, now we know you have the infection sprawling on your body. The infection inches a little bit more towards your face and your neck and the other side of your chest. You would think that it's covering about 20 or what's your upper shoulder? About 15% of your body.
Oh, I see.
Seem to go up by about 5%.
Got it. I'll keep track. I got 2 rounds of this too. You said 15%?
That's what it's currently at. It's at 15 total, yeah.
Okay. Okay. With that, armor currently active. Goes for the stab first off. Where is it? There it is.
I don't know.
What's that?
It doesn't. I feel like you're fighting a difficult spot. He's like dragging you through the water. You're trying to swing your sword and stuff.
Yep. Oh, I'm in the water right now.
I mean, you're not under the water, but he has grabbed on the surface of the water.
Okay, so I'm just above it. Okay. Kind of like trying to fight against Tyrandrum, still he isn't able to access its full accuracy. So he kind of like swings out his arm unconsciously, but like tries to pull it back, trying to gain control, but is unable to. And with his other arm, tries to go for stabs. 17.
17. Let's check it. Yeah, that it's
Good. Second stab.
well. Maybe would you still be up at this first? First, we got to resolve every time you hit him. The bubbling blisters pop. Give me a con save for the first one, and another one for the second one.
Got it.
You got the first one. Let me refund you. You take 9 acid damage or poison. When you're poisoned, disadvantage on attack roll. So just roll me one more attack roll to see if that 20 still stands or not.
Let me see. One more con save, you mean?
Well, you got poisoned on the first one, so your second attack would have been a disadvantage. You're
right.
17, and then you got poisoned before the 20. Everything you attack. 14 would have missed him, so I owe him 14 hit points.
Okay, understandable. Shit. That complicates things. How much did I take from the burst again?
9 on the first one, and I do need another con save. You can't be poisoned more, but you can take more acid damage.
Okay. Wait, didn't I miss the second attack as a result, though?
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. There we go.
Yeah.
Moving back a little bit.
Okay, so 9 from the first, but I still have Shadow Friend armor up, so that means it reduces it by 5.
Noise.
So that drops it down to 4. I'm still standing, thankfully, but I don't have my bonus action because Tyrandrum decided to take my bonus action. Damn you, RP! Fuck. Well, if I'm gonna go down anyways, then I may as well try to take him out. Action surge.
Sweet. You consider your poisoned right now.
Yep. Chances of me getting it off are pretty low though, so
Do you want an inspiration? You have any left?
I should probably be popping those now that I think of it.
Luckily, your first attack does hit.
Yep, thanks for the reminder though. Definitely popping one of my inspos for the second one.
And making it a flat roll.
Yep.
And that hits as well. And I needed 2 con saves because you're getting splashed 2 more times.
Yeah. That one is good. And that one's also good.
Okay, you're taking half damage on these blisters, which is going to be 3 and 3 respectively. Acid.
3 and 3.
3. Both are reduced down to 0 due to the armor. I believe it applies every single time I take damage. So,
Oh yeah, up to a maximum amount. What's the max?
I've taken it 3 times now, so it could take up to 25 before it completely goes down. I've reduced it by 15, I believe. Oh, wait. I was reducing 3 each time, so would it subtract the 5, or?
Let's see what it says here. It looks like it is a raw 5 reduction regardless.
Okay.
It just reduces it by 5, so it would apply 5.
Okay. We'll treat it like it's separate instances then. So that is 15 reduced. I still got 10 more to work with if I need it. And by the gods, I'm gonna need it.
When?
Yeah, it's a matter of when. I didn't subtract the poison damage yet. Oh wait, no, both of those were negated.
Yeah, they were
so...
at 0 there.
Yep, Yahtzee.
Filthy rune warriors. Always attacking. Poor Zara. No more. It dives into the water. Put a symbol on it. There's these. I did not know I had down arrows. It is 30 feet below the water, which does mean it has advantage on its attacks against you, unless you have a natural swim speed.
Nope.
Now it's gonna. It's lunch. The bite you still manage to avoid as 16 is not enough. But the claw as it just kind of scrapes its destroyed wing with the claws at the end, the talons, into your flesh for 5 slashing.
Negated again due to armor.
It cuts you and your rune pops up and defends you. Ah, filthy warrior! Sora.
Okay. Sora is going to use all of her movement now that she can fly to fly over the surface here. She's gonna take in a big gulp of air and use her bonus action for Step of the Wind to dive down until she is within range. So 20 feet down. I'll put a 2 on the wings. That'll help. As Lewis, as you're trying to fight this, you see a light above you as a series of hands just come flying from the darkness, as Sora will use her last divine hands on Zathora.
Big save. Big con? No, Dex, okay. He does make it its half, right?
If it's half, so he will take 12 bludgeoning instead.
If he takes damage, his blisters pop. And it's within 10 feet. If you're at 20 down, it would also affect you. Con save from you and from Lewis.
Got it.
Okay. Alright, I fail.
It's 8 acid and poisoned.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop. Am I able to see Sora at the moment?
Yeah, it's murky, but you can still see her because it's daytime.
Okay. Would she be within range of Aaron's excellence?
She's 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
One more time.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration on it this time, my last one.
Cool.
Excellent. So you take 4 acid and you're not poisoned.
Okay.
Okay. How much did I take again?
You made it, you took 4 as well, but you reduced it by 5.
Okay, so that's down to 0 again, so I'm still good.
Nice negation.
Armor's down. As the tissue like takes the acid and it just like starts to be eaten away, and it reveals Lewis's form again.
And Amrut, the child, your arm is like massive, like it's like you have a hawk arm, but your body's still just regular banner.
Gotcha. Seeing it submerge with Lewis and seeing Sora dive with it, Emmett will then make his way in that direction. You're trying to pass up this other.
Oh lord, he's a wide boy.
Why am I a white boy? What's going on there?
Your arm is so massive right now.
Trying to get used to the transformation.
Whoa.
Just lumbering.
Does that help?
Yeah. So that's 30. Wait, actually, hold on. I didn't get to the water before that. Was that right here before?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right where you are now.
Gosh, would that get me in the water there?
Yeah, right on the edge, halfway in the water.
Then I'll use my swim speed to get in down there to see. I don't think it's the same as my walking speed. Let me see here.
Is it greater or is it less?
I think it's lesser with the boom. Yeah, it's just 20.
So you wouldn't be able to swim unless you dash. Because all movement is subtracted from the highest value. So if you move 30 regular, then it automatically takes out 20 swim.
Gotcha. Can I see him from here if I look in the water?
It is murky. What is your passive perception?
It's 15.
Yes, because I let him see Sora, but they're really close. But yeah, you with 15, I'd say you can still see them.
Okay. I will do a rhyme sphere from here. With like the big arm too.
So when you use your big arm, you can roll your rhyme with advantage.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's see.
Your rhymes, but you can't barely control it. Your entire arm begins to blister. Roll the damage and take it. Oh, you did roll the damage.
Yeah.
You take the damage, but you saw that the explosion was so powerful that if you weren't resistant to your own harm, it was twice as effective just now.
Oh gosh, so I took 16.
16 cold, yeah. But you think your enemy would have taken 32 cold.
Gotcha.
So you ever
That is good to know.
average? You ever saw My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Remember that grotesque arm One for All does?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Your arm is kind of like massively grotesque like that.
Nice.
Video.
I'm guessing from back here I can't see nothing because they are down deep.
No, they're under the water. Yeah.
I will hold my action then. If this thing comes back up, she will firebolt it.
Judith Bloom.
Okay. Quite simple of what's going to be going on. I'm going to start moving. 5, 10, 15, 20 in a good spot. I'm going to maybe 25. There we go. So I get a better angle as I go and I take a photo of the two fighting the water dragon and Amrit with his weird ass arm about to jump in. Hopefully Phoenix will enjoy these when she gets to come back. But I know our readers will at Between the Flames. Okay, now that the screenshot's done, I'm going to. He said it's kind of hard to see in there in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's going to be helpful at all, but why not? Judith is going to reach her hand out, and pushing forward, you see these 4 goblets of light sit on top of the water and then go straight down. So I'll cast light. And you see, like she has like a bit of like a tinge as she does it, but she just continues focusing the light.
Where are you casting?
It goes. I'm gonna cast it on top of the water.
You're thinking about
shoots down
dancing
there.
light. This is a touch cantrip light.
I'm thinking.
Oh Jesus!
You might be
you know what?
dancing.
I'm thinking of I'm thinking of a different character because I haven't looked at Juice in a minute.
Yeah, you think about Said Claude's dancing lights.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck that. No, I don't do that. Okay. Well then, as my action, I will take a photo. And then as my bonus action, let's see, does this thing have to hear me? You can see within. It says that as long as I can see it, can I see this monster?
I would say you could see the monster, but now you're out less.
Great. I'll just say this. Zenora. The Zenora has no match for these heroes, as blood will soon rise, but it won't be theirs. And I will cast Unsettling Words on Zenora. So the next thing that it does, a save that it does, it has to take a Bardic Inspiration. So D8. I don't know. Okay, -3, whatever it is.
Just don't. The 2 parasites are still asleep, luckily. Luis.
Okay. You know, I'm somewhat happy that the arm is gone, because I have a thing where if the arm is active, I pretty much have to use it. So it's a good thing, because I need second wind right now as he just like grits his teeth under the water. We gonna need that HP. That could have been better.
What?
Good old Wolf.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling with my HP as low as it is. What's up?
I wish there was a way I could help you more, but I did as much as I could.
Reasonable. Don't worry, mate. You know what? At this point, I think survival is probably my main thing, so I'm using my main action to activate the fire rune heal that comes with being a fire rune. Equal to your level once per rest, and it is boosted up to 5 at the moment. So +5 to myself. As Lewis is just hanging on for dear freaking life right now.
It talks perfectly fine in the water as it opens its mouth, and you see the water swelling inside its throat. It tells you, "Oh, time to die." It releases its breath weapon again, hitting you and Sora.
Damn it.
There we go. I need a DC 14 wisdom save. Wow,
Yes.
Hell yeah, advantage, because I need to use these inspos.
Come on, you're an old man. Wisdom's your thing. There you go. See?
Yeah.
Okay, both of you make it, so half of 15 was 7. Yeah, round out. Yeah, you take 7 necrotic damage on the save, and you're not frightened. Not bad. Necrotic, yeah.
Haha, Shadow Rune.
That is not bad.
So that drops it down to 3.
Oh yeah. I don't. In my mind, this was gonna go a lot worse. Or you're up.
It could have been.
Hey, Sora. Oh, she needs to get Lewis out of there, but she needs to hit it to do so. Bonus action. I don't think I can stand on my staff in the water.
Oh, you give me acrobatics check, maybe.
Alright, I will try and balance myself in the water first. Acrobatics.
Like you're surfing or something. I don't know. Yeah, you managed to pull it off.
In the just swells of water of this creature thrashing around and breathing this toxic, parasitic breath, Sora twirls her staff and eventually finds that she's balancing herself on its buoyancy as she is riding the current, and she is going to strike with her staff at flat against the creature with the standing on the staff feature.
Yeah, that hits.
And she will expend a key point to try and stun it.
And I have a -3 to the save from Judith, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's stunned. And Judith made all the difference because it succeeded.
Yeah.
But it failed because of the -3.
Wow! Thank you, supports.
But you do hit it. I do need that con save from the splash, but you do disable it, which is awesome. You and obviously from Lewis. Bubble ripples and explodes. And if you're wondering, like, how many of those bubbles he's got? He's got a lot of them.
It really does.
Alright, the bubbling blister only rolled 5 damage. So you take 5, Sora, and Lewis, you take 2. It's acid. Sora, you are poisoned, though.
Got it. Do we want to re-roll that just in case? Because we really can't have you poisoned.
Well, I can't keep attacking it anyway. It's in my best interest to stop fighting it, but the cool thing is it's stunned, so I'll use my second attack to instead grab Lewis and try and fly him the fuck out.
Yeah, it releases Lewis for sure.
All right, counting difficult terrain, I would go 10.
It'd be 40 to exit the water, right? And 20 feet up and double it.
I have exactly 40 to get him up and out of the water. And we're now just above it.
Nice.
Oh, god damn, that thing burns.
I need a bath.
Yeah, we're all gonna need it. Thanks.
So, Emerald, what's going on after what just happened to you? What's this kid thinking?
He's not focused on like how the arm looks or even how it feels. He's just trying to get as much control as he can in that moment. So it's like, come on! Then he'll take out the cobalt dagger and just point it towards the this water spirit, this dragon. As Sora and Lewis are starting to swim to safety, you guys are actually moving in this round, right? Like you're basically out.
Yeah, they're on the surface of the water.
Okay. So yeah, he'll point at to cast Witch Bolt. Just trying to go straight down the middle. Here we go.
Okay. Two things happen. You hit the creature, but you also electrify the entire lake.
Oh shit!
Oh, even though it's magical, that magical didn't like affect the water.
Oh man.
Not these rolls.
Yeah. Also,
it's
build
it's
spot.
like cast like fireball in the water. Like you could.
Well,
Anyway.
there's rules for that. If they get hit by fire damage, magical. Otherwise, they take half the damage if they're underwater. So fireball wouldn't be as effective for them. But anyways, the lightning spews. I'll take a con check from the two comrades.
Got it.
Okay.
That's all or nothing. I would say that the zap is soft for you guys.
I forget, does poison
No,
Apply
it's
disadvantage.
skill checks and attacks, not con checks.
Okay,
Not
good.
saves. The both of you make it. The DC was only 10. You guys take no damage, but you do feel like the soft zap in the water kind of electrify you a little bit.
Okay.
But our foe here, he definitely feels it. And with your empowered Brawlic arm, you're doing 8 lightning damage and 2 necrotic to it. Wait, hold on. This is weird. Oh, shit. Go on and describe that kill, brother.
Oh!
Sure. As they're like swimming to safety, he'll just point the dagger towards it. Just like a single like strike of lightning will just like beam down and just shock it. You can see like almost like black lightning as it basically just fries it, and you can just see like a shriveled like black ashes dissipate in the water when you look back.
You see it screech and it yells, "Mind transfer!" Yeah. This other one looks down at you, Amrit.
Like underwater, he'll like submerge and get to land.
Now I'm stronger than I ever before. Please, and rise. And we'll call it a draw.
Feeling or seeing that the first one died, Adia is going to move her hex to the new one. I'm gonna say she just now noticed there's a little Amrit. She's like, what the hell? We will firebolt this new one that is talking now. I think a 15 misses, doesn't it?
I won. Charming class is 16.
Darn. What the actual hell?
You cannot escape my fury.
Judith is gonna, seeing that now this other one has awoken. Judith is gonna say, "How about you go back to the mouth that feeds, and we'll call the draw then. If not, you're gonna die."
Never.
Bonus action. Who looks more hurt out of the two of you? You know who I'm talking about. Lewis.
Yeah.
Around the same range, I'd say, honestly.
We're both equally as fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who do you like more?
I know exactly. I'm gonna roll a D4. Odds go to Lewis. Evens go to Sora. Sora, all you do is you see Judith, and she's just standing there, and she holds that robot ray gun, and she goes, "Sora, I'm not good at this. You need to be up here killing this thing, and I'm going to healing word you." That's her luck.
Whoa.
Then I'm going to, at disadvantage because this one is stunned, I'm going to try to shoot it with the radiant gun. Ah, damn it.
Who are you shooting?
This thing, the other god creature.
This one?
Zirac.
Yeah, I mean, he's not stunned, though.
No, I mean, because the other one was stunned.
Oh, got you. 13 is not connect on him.
Yes. Okay.
And this one just dead.
Yeah. Amrut, back up and get to safety. I'm going to 10, 15.
Shut up.
20, 25, 30.
Does he do that often?
Parasites are forever sleeping. Lewis.
Okay, so we're at the surface of the water right now. Me and Sora are just like linked arms, basically, just trying to keep herself afloat. Alright, we gotta get up to surf. Gotta get back to shore. And he's just gonna try to like kick with max force, trying to bring both of us over. Can get up to there with his base 15. Fuck, I wouldn't be able to do much anyways. Action dash, just to get us onto the surface. Feel free to let go at any point once you feel like you're in a decent spot. Gotta keep our distance. We don't know when that thing's gonna be able to breathe again.
What?
Remember that breath then? He's going to... Using his remaining 10, I think that should be okay. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, yeah, I think I'm satisfied with this distance. Actually, go one more forward. And bonus action to get the good old spiritual weapon moving, you'd say.
Alright. He goes up to Judith Bloom. You should have accepted the draw. A bite that connects. A 20 on magic connects. 8 piercing, 6 poison.
Okay. She is going to. Okay. 8 poisoning, 6. 8. 6. Okay. She's there trying to make sure that this thing doesn't get close to baby Amrut. And trying to stall it a little bit. Okay.
It's all you will, because also a set of claws come out at you. 24 for 5 slashing.
Okay.
And then another set of claws. 25 for another 5 slashing. Can't believe you're still standing. That's wild.
Honestly, like a damn.
You think its bite does a lot of damage, but its claws, if you remember its wings, it doesn't have really powerful claws. But he slices you twice, bites you in the shoulder, and then he looks at his work. He thinks you're dead, and then he sees just your eyes are still open and shit. It's like, oh, warriors, I hate them.
She is like bloodied and all fucked up, and then has her hand on her notebook. Like, okay, how do you spell your name again? I want to make sure we get this right.
Judith can't keep being there.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't speak. It's like it's speaking, but it's not answering. It's just bitching some more. Like,
oh yeah.
All right, Sora's gonna have to get Judith out of there. Gonna move 15 feet. Gonna grab a hold of Judith, and it's gonna be odd for you, Judith, but Sora is going to like try and princess carry run away with you.
I think it would still lead to an opportunity attack, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Normally, I would.
She's not gonna move.
Normally, I would disengage with my key point, but if it's going to take an opportunity, I hope it's going to be me instead.
Yeah, I would have some cheer causing the move, but I wouldn't allow every time we grab people to just be free disengages.
Okay. I didn't expect to be free, so that makes sense. I'm moving out of range here.
Do you want the brittle claws or the ferocious teeth?
I want the claws.
All right, you are getting the claws. Ouch. Oh my, 5 damage. This is third time in a row I rolled a 1 on my attack.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
So I had to pull back. Is that what's happening?
Just to get you out of range of its acid stuff. Moving here, and then here. So putting you where you want to protect the baby. I will let go of you and then step over here.
I think now the baby and I are both gonna go down. Right? It's okay. All good. All good.
Well, we couldn't keep attacking it either, or it'd blister all over you.
It's okay. I'm fine.
Okay. That's all.
You spit out blood.
That's all my economy. Oh, bonus action. I'll at least get up onto my staff, and that'll be it.
This is me.
Yep.
Oh, save for poison at the end?
Yep, 10 to poison condition.
Okay.
Little Emerald, just tiny feet just running into battle against this huge dragon.
We'll get in between Judith and Sora and just like, leave her alone! And he'll, with the bonus action, I'll move the hex from the first one to this new one here. Then I'll cast the a Rhyme Sphere. So we'll see how that works. Let's see.
You stand no chance, little boy with big arms. Ah! My weakness. Damage. In his second form, mostly intimidation threat. Any damage kills it. Describe the killing blow.
Oh damn.
Oh shit. He'll
Yeah, is this Rhyme Sphere double damage due to the empowered arm?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But he had like 100 and plus HP.
Goddamn.
yeah, with like the big like bulging arm, he'll like throw out a Rhyme Sphere that's like it's like 4 times the size of like normal emeralds, like ironically. It's like twice as big, and it just like almost like slowly like careens towards and just like it's like kind of like an explodes like a white light, and then it's just not there when it dissipates. Like,
Yeah. And as it dies, you can see that the trees don't get restored, but the parasites that are still alive would whittle away. Or is it withers? Whittle or word? Whittle?
Sure.
It works.
Whatever works. It's a good.
They
Get the
whittle
idea
away.
across.
All right, and we are officially out of this combat. You guys have defeated a tier 2 Mouther.
Nice.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Good job, Aaron. But Emerald, why are you a kid?
And please don't tell me that's your favorite arm.
What?
Okay, good. He doesn't know yet.
Flame Fist is gonna start to get closer to everybody.
Oh, everyone, let's move a little away from these trees, just in case. Maybe it's somewhere over here. Come on, Aria.
Anyone damaged, get near the giant flame in hand. Should help patch up a bit.
I think that means you, my dear, she says to Judith.
Judith is there
Please.
setting up her thing to take a photo of everybody. I'll be
Please
there in a
get healed
second.
up first.
Okay, I'm coming.
We're running out of seconds here.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Pulls Emerald a little bit closer to the flame as it whittles away and like an ember before the ashes just like settle down as like small lights on each of us and heal up the wounds. And that will heal us 5 hit points each.
Thank you. Emerald's gonna bite your hand.
Oh,
What?
There was nothing in my notes about him, she points to Emmerich, doing anything like that.
Sora's going to make a hand chop position and bop the top of Enrout's head. Don't bite the old man.
Hey, don't hit the kid. Let's, no abusing of the children.
No abusing of the old man.
He can take it.
Good thing that was the metal arm.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild fight. Everyone seems to be okay.
Yeah, thankfully.
But are we going to talk about the little blue baby in the room?
Yeah, what the hell would you do? Got that you were a bit loopy when we were back at Mother, but...
He drank the potion that Clamdor had, and this is what has happened.
You what?
You just see a vein,
Yeah.
like, popping on Lewis's forehead. He did what now?
Yeah, Jewish just kind of gets down and takes like another photo of like right in Emmerich face to get every a little more detailed shot.
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah,
Do you
I
have
don't really know
anything to
how-
say for yourself, Elmroot?
No?
Lewis, do you have any idea of how long this is gonna last?
Maybe as long as how Clemdor's usually lasted. The same formula, so I'd expect it to have the same effect.
So he could be like this for weeks?
Maybe. I'm not sure, honestly. It seems like Clam's only lasted like maybe a couple hours before he needed a new dose, so hopefully it doesn't affect him as strongly.
All right, well, maybe we can use this time. I think we have to get back to the ship soon, but we can maybe have like a little, I don't know, like a little party or something, like a little celebration for defeating the Mouther and all the hard work that you guys did. I got some great photos of everybody, but also we can maybe give Amrit a little party, since I doubt he had those when he was a kid. What do you say, little Amrit? You want a little party?
He'll just hiss.
Oh
How's
yeah,
it
there you
smell
go.
right now?
Perfect.
Wow, he's already entering the angsty years.
I think that's probably a good sign.
How's the smell in the air right now?
I mean, it wouldn't immediately disappear, the stench, but it's slowly disappearing.
Well, at least getting rid of that thing is starting to help out the environment a little bit. Be a while before it fully dissipates, though.
While en route is like this, I think it'd be best we wait for the ship to come back.
Probably for the best. Besides,
I'll
I
let
don't.
her know we're ready. She gets out her book to write Minerva that they're ready to be picked up.
How does it work with responses? Is it just sending messages or can they respond?
They can respond, and whatever they respond appears as written text on her page.
Is there a character limit?
I don't think so. Double check.
It also makes like a little noise when it comes to like.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it's just limited by how many people I can have in there.
Okay, cool. So she would just write back that she's on the way. She's 3 hours out.
She is also not asking anybody, but between DM and me, she's also gonna ask if there is a remedy for Clamdor's medication if it fell in the wrong hands, like an antidote.
In all caps, you say, what? Someone consumed that on the words. Actually, why don't you guys keep talking and I'll just type it in chat. Okay. What is written back to you.
Hell yeah.
We can do a little short rest if you like.
Probably for the best.
3 hours to kill.
Lois just drops on his ass, just like one leg up, and just leans back. It's gonna be a while before they get over here anyways, probably. I doubt that thing is all that quick with it says.
Well, for 3 hours we can set up from en route's party. How do you feel about swamp snail escargot en route?
Escar what?
I shall get you some, and she'll look for some snails.
I don't know what that means etiquette. To keep it 1,000 with you.
Oh, no.
I'll keep an eye on the stones, by the way.
Yeah, you get the
That's a
stones.
long time.
You get the soul stones, and yeah, they don't have a particular shine to them, but that one sea stone that has many names: ocean stone, scale stone, all related to a water-themed aquatic stone nature. And you know that it's a very valuable component, and that is why people a little reward. I wouldn't say why, but it's a reward for defeating Maldives. We defeat them because they fuck the environment up. People.
Just a part of their core that we just extract.
Basically. Exactly. Yeah, you guys could take a short rest here. I'll get you a campfire going, and we'll close out here really soon. Of course, we went a little late, but it's always fine.
Yeah, usual.
Does Lydia get a response from the anything to hasten the process?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna type there at the campfire.
She hasn't told anybody yet. We're gonna see what happens here.
Oh gods. It does take a while. It does get weakened the more you use it. Oh gods.
Sora returns with whatever foul snail she could find from the swamp and just lines them up upside down along the fire for them to begin to boil and cook, and she then just gestures it to baby Amrut. I couldn't find a cake out here, so this will have to do.
And Judith went in the back and into the brush and the trees and found a few things, and plus the long stuff from her own kit, from her own disguise kit, and brought out little party hats for everybody, and little costumes that some people can wear, something simple, like a cool mask or something like that. And then she also uses skywrite as a ritual and writes This is be ridiculous, but I'm just gonna write happy birthday, Amrit, in the sky. Let's fuck it.
Your skywrite would also reduce the time it takes her to find your exact location by 30 minutes. So she'll be here in 2.5 instead of 3 hours.
All right.
I'm curious, Amrit. Do you like being young?
I don't like anything.
Well, try the snails. Maybe you'll like those.
Well, I guess you're gonna get a lesson in patience, because I predict you're gonna be like that for about a week.
I'm sorry, what? As Lois just like tosses the parasite off into like the forest somewhere.
At least if Minerva's words are legit, he's gonna be like that for about a week.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, he did a good job being small and all.
You're the cutest serial killer I've ever seen.
It's just questionable. I mean, the Academy is all for bringing up the youth, but this is a little extreme.
Oh, you have jokes, Aria.
Sometimes. If you're not gonna laugh, you might cry, so I choose to laugh. Louis, do you mind going for a walk with me in the woods for a moment?
Considering we just cleared things out here, I don't see why not. Most of the threat should be
That's one
gone.
way.
Try not to cause too much trouble while we're gone, alright?
All right. Well, the party should be ready to go in about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
You know
miss
who
it
you're
for the
talking
world.
to, Lewis. Of course he'll be. Actually, fair enough, point. Now come on now, Amrut, you still have not touched your snails.
We'll start eating them.
Like a teacup.
There you go. They're delicious, aren't they? And I'll give you a little tickle. Come on, come. I'm just trying. Judas is trying to make Amrit smile, and I'll kind of give like Sora like a little wink to kind of help with this. My goal is to get Amrit to laugh in some way.
Yeah, Sora will hop onto the log with you and also kind of play with Amrut when he's being fussy, just like giving him a little nookie, like a little brother here and there.
We'll just complain the whole time.
Oh, I'll use message to send to Sora like maybe try some like physical humor of falling and stuff.
Oh, okay. Hey, little Amrut, do you want to see something cool?
Maybe.
Sora will hop up onto her staff while on the log, and then try and balance on the top of it by just her finger for a difficult acrobatics, if possible.
Go for it.
All right, hit. Come on, I rolled. That's not it. Why? 9 plus. That would be actually, I think the same thing. So just bouncing at the top, and then she makes it wobble, and then topples onto the ground. Ah! And then she like leans her head up to see if there's even a slight smile.
You see like a blank face, like just chewing the snail, just staring at you.
You see Judith on the other side, like there with her notebook, ready to take a photo, and no smile, like ugh.
Okay, that's it. We have to rely on desperate measures.
Did you break something?
I grab him. You go for the weak spots.
Okay, go.
Ah! Tries to grapple Amru.
I don't even know if I should if I should roll for the. He'll roll to break free and squirm out of the way.
Are they both going for you?
I'm going in for the tickles.
Okay. Well, yeah, you getting catch, man.
Come on, laugh, you cute little bastard.
I'm not cute. I'm a killer.
Get him underneath the chin like a billy goat.
I should probably roll a con save, shouldn't I?
Come on, bro. Give us something.
$15. I don't think that. I'm not gonna give you guys that.
At least like pink, purple in the face or his cheap fucks.
Sure.
You guys can see he wants to laugh at least, so he's just not laughing.
It is a battle of attrition.
He wants to laugh, and so I'll take a photo there.
No, but
Like
seriously.
a small smirk.
No, but seriously.
Got it.
This will be you for a week.
Okay.
Means no alcohol.
Well, he could probably drink.
No. We don't want to find out if it accelerates time and all the repercussions from it come all at once.
You know I wasn't born, right?
Well, it looks like you were born in some way because now you're a kid, and then you get older. So there was a beginning of your life at some point, and that's when you were born.
From a vat.
Yeah,
I mean,
not everyone comes from a. What did you say? A vat with a T or a G?
What?
Not everyone comes from the same way. Everyone is born different ways. That's okay. Some people come from eggs. Aethon's coming from an egg.
yes. It's not so
That's
much different to
stupid.
be coming from goo. You're just a goo baby.
He starts eating again.
See, I told you like the snails.
Like Sora said, you're like this for a week, so you better get used to it. And we're gonna have a bunch of child photos of you that you'll appreciate when you're older.
He just remains silent for the rest of the night.
I hope everybody is reading my text in a southern accent.
I know,
Alright.
right?
I didn't even see there was a text. Where was that?
Been going
Oh.
back and forth.
If you'd like.
She'll look up to you. Come on now, Lewis, you know, the school employs many a people, but I don't know of a single simple watcher. And she's gonna raise her hand and put it on your shoulder to see if you back up or not. Do you let her?
He doesn't seem to like physically move back much, but the moment you try to touch him, his body does like flinch slightly. But he himself doesn't back up or anything like that.
Then she'll just set her hand there for a moment to let you get used to it. And then she's going to start to glow. Her markings lighting up, her eyes radiating golden light. We're going to use her light rune ability on him, Falcon. See what the heck happens.
Oh god.
Sure. Are you touching his scar? Did he let you, or are you just trying to do it from range now?
Well, I had said his shoulder with the intention being to contact it, but I don't know if he has his jacket on or.
Okay. So when you begin the purification process, you feel strange, Lewis. Since you've been role playing him lately, you could, in your mind, he's fighting this purification. What do you think he's saying to you? It might work. We're gonna leave that up to a roll here in a moment. But what do you think he's saying to you?
Let me see. How the hell would Tyrandrum react to?
I imagine he's gonna be pissed.
Be unhappy, I think.
Yeah.
I release a dragon. Help us
Okay.
all.
As this light magic starts to enter into Lewis's scars, visually speaking, it appears almost like his scars just like start to glow this deep purple that just like pulses almost like a heartbeat. While within Lewis's mind, all he hears is this deep guttural laughter. You really think you can do you would be able to rid me that easy?
Nope, apparently not.
So there is some success with the 14. It wasn't an absolute failure. Your percentage, Lewis, you can reduce it by half of what she rolled there. So you're at 15% infection rate, minus 7% now.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And as the purification starts to take its toll, Lewis like winces, almost like he winces as if like someone is just screaming in his ear, and he's just like trying to deal with the sound of it. But eventually, his body just like goes from being tense to starting to relax a little bit as you see the curse start to recede slightly. The veins of it start to flatten down on his body. It still has like the purple tinge to it, but compared to it being like bulging out, it almost seems to have starting to flatten across his skin more. What the hell did you just do?
I'm sorry, I should have warned you that it was probably gonna hurt a little bit. Darkness usually doesn't like it when the light shined on it.
Something to do with your rune?
Yes, the light rune. It has blessed me with the ability to help people fight their ugly battles they'd rather keep in secret. Or destroy a bunch of undead. Too bad we weren't fighting one of them.
That would have definitely been helpful. And as the purification seems to have been mostly successful, Lewis seems a lot less on edge than he usually does for whatever reason.
All I know is those students out there, they adore you, young man. They need you to stick around and stay on their side for a good long while, you hear me?
Trust me. I never intended to leave them, anyways.
I figured. You're a good apple.
I won't go that far.
Well, the way Minerva talks about... Just kidding. Anyway, might as well head back. You can tell them I lectured you or something on how dare you let them get away with such shenanigans.
Yeah. Sounds like something I would be scolded for, considering all that's been going on.
She smiles at you, tucks her hair behind her ear, and starts walking back. Before we get too close, if you don't mind, I'd like to try that again tomorrow, see if we can get you a little more time, but up to you. I don't do things against people's wishes.
As Lewis, just like walking a little bit ahead of her, and just hears her. You see that he like tilts his ear toward Araya a little bit before facing back forward. Sure. Thank you.
My pleasure. Adia straightens up her dress, tidies her hair, and will walk out behind him a good 10 feet.
Okay. As you guys are walking back towards the camp, you see in the sky the vessel is nearly here. You guys can tell me your closeout scene before that rope gets dropped, the rope ladder, and pulled you up.
Sora, instill her desire to have Amrut have some fun. She's going to hoist him up onto her shoulders if he allows it. Let's go for a ride, eh?
Whoa! He doesn't do anything. He just lets it happen.
And with her 40 movement speed, she's going to dash around and let him kind of just like hold on as she is zooming around the camp, just like running as fast as she can to see if she gets any laughter or fun out of, or laughs out of him. Well, hold on tight.
She would, towards the end, like hear like a chuckle.
Mission successful.
Okay.
Got it.
Thank you, Sora. And what is Judith's last scene?
That's it. She just was waiting for the nice time to get a photo of Amrit to get a little smile out of him, because she knows that he had one of the most traumatic childhoods you could have, and so while he's only a kid for a week, this would be a good time to give him a little bit of joy. And then while the party actually happened and we ate the escargot and wore the hats and stuff, she would tell some fun stories from like when she was a child of like great heroes and people going after great odds, and a quick story about these two little like perceived wimps that went to a volcano to drop a ring in it. But she will do all this while you guys all can use the Song of Rest for our short rest.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. One thing Minerva would say to you, real quickly, Judith, is she would tell you, was that you that wrote in the sky?
Yes.
You keep doing that and I'll be able to find you faster.
Sure thing.
And another thing, she would ask the group, she would ask you if she's taking you back home or are we going to face another mountain? You are getting your short rest then for your consideration. So just consider that before we end tonight.
Let's see. We should probably start healing up first and then decide after we check our resources.
Sure. It looks like Aria's mostly there. So Aria, why don't you give us your final moment and maybe your lasting thoughts on that, what you just said.
Before the ship gets there, she'll just sit a little bit farther away from the fires, everybody else, and watch. She'll be quiet, keeping to herself. If somebody speaks to her, then she'll answer politely, of course, but she's kind of deep in thought right now, but not doing much of anything, smiling at the shenanigans Soren is doing to get Amrit to smile. He seems to be a hard egg to get to smile, but just sitting and enjoying the downtime.
Excellent. And Lewis?
Lewis, having returned from the conversation, just kind of plops himself by the fireplace, a little distance away from the shenanigans, and kind of just watches them as they're enjoying themselves. And for the first time in a long while, Anyone that would like glance his direction would notice that he's just like smiling just normally, without really much thought as to trying to hold himself back like he normally did.
Hey, Lewis. I get a photo of Lewis smiling.
He just rolls his eyes.
Aye.
Damn it! He's still smiling as he kind of just like, with his organic arm, just like reaches underneath his shirt, like from the underside of it, and trails it along his chest to around where he knows at this point just like where the curse normally is, and kind of just like feels along his chest the difference between his regular organic self and the darkened tissue that was starting to take over. And just that trying to memorize the tactile feeling of like how the feeling of how do I explain this? The sensations between like where the curse is and where his regular flesh is, like the difference between how it feels. And there's just like a soft smile across his face as he just starts to feel himself be just a little bit more normal than he used to be. But in the back of his mind, far, far in the distance, he still hears that laughter. And his face drops very slightly, but not enough to be fully noticeable, as he just relishes in the feeling of being a little bit closer to being normal again. Whether this is permanent or temporary, he can't say for sure, but it's something, and he's thankful for that.
Excellent. And for the group, only one question is posed. Is she bringing you to Banshori, or are we going to take this day off towards our 7 days of training, return home?
But he is good to go. She didn't get the ire of the dragon.
One vote for Banshori. And Sora, your vote?
I have my key. I do not have any runes, but I am full health and can go if needed.
1.5. And Judith?
I don't have any third level spell slots left. I've used one of first and second, so my spells are not intense, not fully charged. My bardic inspiration is tip top ready to go. My health is okay. Let's do it.
That was really weird answer. I was like, he's gonna say no.
I'm just fucked up. I don't got much left.
Let go. Emrat, you don't get a vote. You're a child. I'm just joking, Emrat.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And Lewis, it seems like everyone's on board.
hey, I got everything as a fighter, so
Okay.
That's the teacher I have
I have to
to
watch over you guys, right?
Whenever it helps you guys all get into the airship with the rope, she helps. She takes a bit longer to help Lewis, and the rest of you get in here, and the ship flies off towards Bansori in the immediate vicinity. It's only about 30 minutes, which on feet would have taken you guys a few hours, but they're flying. And she gets there and she goes, now for the next stop, Bansori. Good luck, everyone. And with that, our session comes to a close.
Cool, so my 8-hour hex will still be up.
Lol. Yep.
Yay!
Nice.
Yahoo!
Yo. All right, stream. Thank you for watching. Everybody say goodbye. Better roll them credits.
Bye,
Bye bye bye
stream.
bye 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 bye.
Master M.
I'm back,
Bye-bye.
baby.
See you all in 30 seconds.
Out of fear, we kept running, tried to hide away. Can you hear? War is coming, beckoning our fate. day we fight. We'll take our place, we won't give in, our victory's in sight. Only a sword in our hand, but we enter the lion's den. We're not waiting for a war.